What's up, my people, my people? I hope you missed us. Weekend League podcast. We skipped a week for some creative reasons, but we're back with a new podcast. Fire. We're gonna be excited about this podcast. I'm here with the original cast, Brian and Chris. What's up, guys?
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining us. We hope you like this new format better. I'm Chris.
Yeah, we skipped that week exactly how he said for creative reasons. We're gonna switch it up a bit. I feel
Definitely.
I think it's gonna be a better switch for. I mean, let us know if you guys like this setting more. That's why we're trying to keep the other videos too. So
Trying
if
to
you
get
guys,
podcast
so if you
gonna be
guys
lit
see
now.
that some sort of videos you don't like, just let us know why, and
We gonna party like it's a weekend for the weekend league.
I mean, we'll try it too.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So basically, we wanted to review some of the games that happened this weekend, some of the craziness that unfolded. We did have at least one big kind of transfer. And we also have a little bit of a preview of the new season that's starting up this week, the Serie A. Chris's forte, some might say, his little Italians league. But yeah, so basically, just get into some of the biggest moments of this week. This week was a big week for the Premier League. A lot of controversial, sorry, decisions, a lot of controversial games,
For
a
sure.
lot of moments that people are talking about. So let's get into it.
The
Arsenal-
Premier League. Let's see
Arsenal
what
got
happens.
another win this weekend. They're at the top of the league right now.
I'm liking how they play, by the way.
Aubameyang
Have
is
you guys watched the
played
match?
very
Yeah.
well. Aubameyang's playing very well. Shout out to my boy Willie, who's been talking about Aubameyang since that guy was in his dad's nutsack. But yeah, he's been playing very well. Lacazette showed up this week with a goal. I don't think that they played as well as people are hyping up their gameplay, especially Dani Ceballos. But
I mean, he played pretty well.
To
Yeah,
give
man.
he
him
played pretty
credit.
well. I
He
don't
got
know.
2 assists, man
First,
of the match.
yeah, come on.
that's
First
fine.
time
Look,
playing
guys,
in the
I'm not
league.
saying he's a bad player.
It's his first
I'm
time
just
playing in the
saying-
league.
I'm
Keep that in
just
mind.
saying that his assists weren't world class. Like, you remember when Ozil was running Arsenal and he was getting assists every single game, like at first,
Yeah, but
and his assists were gorgeous. Ozil was picking passes across the court, field. Ozil was picking people out. That,
Yeah, but
like,
Ozil's
couldn't
also
be
was
seen.
was already.
Danny Ceballos crossed the corner in,
But
Alright,
Daniel,
still-
and then it rebounded. Lacazette got it and he smashed it into
yeah,
the
but
back of the
Ozil
net.
was
And then
a
they go, "Oh
seasoned
my god,
player.
Ceballos masterclass."
Ozil was a seasoned player that played for Real Madrid a few years and top tier. Ceballos played in Real Madrid, but was a bench player,
that's true.
No. Look,
and he's playing in a tough
guys,
league. Like, give him some
I
time.
admire him. I think he's a great player. But the thing is that they're
Don't overhype him. I
exactly. They're talking
understand.
about him like he's the second coming of Andres Iniesta.
All right, look, but to
Okay.
be fair, the reason why I can
Arsenal
understand
fans
the
are known to do this, by the way.
Yeah,
they're
but
really bad at that. Yeah.
but it's just like they haven't had like world class midfielders in a while. I'm not saying
Ramsey.
Ramsey,
come
at
on.
Juventus?
No,
Ozil?
Ramsey's had problems with injuries, and look, Ozil's a
And
great
to be
player.
fair, they went in on what's this guy's name? The other one, the one that came from Chaka. They went in on Chaka every season, and that guy gives his heart for the team.
Yeah, but he wasn't good enough to be fair.
I'm not saying he's world class, but I'm saying he gives his effort.
All right, but
Effort is always there on Chaka. He might
No.
not be the best player,
no,
but
look,
he tries.
look, I agree. For example, Ozil requires more effort because Ozil doesn't press as
Of
much.
course.
Um,
Chaka was out there trying. Chaka
yeah,
played
he-
a great game last season against United.
yeah, no,
No, he play. He like
Look,
yeah,
he
he's
has
scored a
overall
goal.
pretty
he has a good
player,
game every
yeah.
now and then, but it's just he's not consistent enough.
course.
And he's not
course.
creative enough to
No, I totally
provide
agree.
the goals.
But to
I
be
totally
fair,
agree.
they have him playing in a CDM when he's clearly not a CDM. I think
He's a
he's
center mid.
yeah,
yeah, he's a
box
back
to
to
box.
box.
yeah,
to
but he's
box,
not a
yeah.
center defensive mid. They've been playing him for a lot of
He
games.
He's a
could.
box to box.
He could play that role.
No,
I feel
no,
like-
no.
He's better at attacking.
No, he's horrible at the CDM, Chris.
He loves getting the ball
If
forward.
you actually watch the
quickly.
games, he's
No, I
horrible.
do watch
He's
the game. I mean,
terrible.
He doesn't track back very well.
no, he.
Yeah.
It's not that he doesn't track back. It's just that his defensive awareness
He's
isn't
not into it.
very.
He's not into it. It's fine. Look, that's not his thing. Some
He doesn't
players
really-
don't have that, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't really intercept balls as much as
Yeah,
a CDM
so
should.
Burnley played pretty well too.
Yeah,
Ashley Barnes scored again. I think there's a second goal of the season. I think he scored in their first game. So that's huge for them. They're looking up. Last season, I don't think they scored very much against the Big Six, which is pretty cool.
It's actually his third goals. He scored 2 goals last.
Oh, okay.
Last
Third goal.
game,
Third
yeah.
goal. Nice.
yeah, I think he'll have a great season, but I mean, Burnley are gonna end up lower mid-table
I
once
don't
again.
think they get relegated.
Watch him get sold next season if he keeps up this high scoring.
Anything's possible.
So we also had the Everton boys sneak out another win. Bernard with a
Very
goal.
fucking close. I don't know if you guys saw the game. I didn't.
The little
not like how they
Brazilian that
played.
could, man. That guy's goal. Like, I don't know if you saw a goal, but it oozed effort. Like that goal was just him trying so hard to score. It was awesome. I
I mean,
was so happy for him.
I mean, I'm happy for him. Like I think Bernard isn't obviously like one of the best players of Brazil, but very underrated.
And he's got
nevertheless.
flair. He's got flair. I like
Look,
him.
when you play with Neymar and Coutinho and all these great players on your team, you're gonna be underrated. Like no one's gonna say that he's not a good player.
I give him
obviously
props.
He's underrated. He's very underrated.
But I did not like how Everton played. Everton got outpossessed.
They played very
They were
in
sloppy.
a shell. They
yeah.
closed themselves off there a lot. And I didn't like that either. I thought
But
that
it's-
since all the players he signed and all
It's
the
early in
moves
the
they made,
season, so
yeah.
I think they haven't glued yet.
Yeah,
so
they haven't. The manager's doing great though. I like the manager.
He's not a dumb guy, so
Yeah.
I have hopes for that team. Still.
Marco Silva, yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty good. And I'm glad Everton are spending money, because
Yeah,
like
man.
I feel like
Everton are always on the cusp of being great. Like Everton always have these good teams, and Everton are always on the cusp of doing something, either getting far in the Europa League or even qualifying for Champions League. They could be a team that goes up there and does it.
no, of
Like
course.
Everton aren't that far away from, I would say right now, an Arsenal and a United.
No, even Chelsea. I think Chelsea are gonna.
Chelsea,
I
yeah.
think Chelsea are gonna finish 7th or 8th.
I think Chelsea finished under Everton for sure. But yeah, so another big performance that excited a lot of people was Timo Pukki's hat trick against Newcastle. A man scored 3 goals. I don't know if you guys saw the hat trick.
I did.
I think this guy's going to go somewhere this summer. Maybe even January. If this guy keeps putting up numbers at Norwich, they're going to buy him. I don't know if he'll go, but the offers are going to be put in.
Oh, that'll doubt, but probably not January. I feel like Norwich will block any offers in January. They definitely want to stay,
That guy is a baller, man.
and if he can help him stay, he's definitely leaving for at least minimum 60 to 100 mil.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like, literally, every single touch he had on the ball was possibly a goal. It was dangerous. Because he's one of those players that's so direct with his style. Like, he just attacks the ball, and the moment he gets the ball, he's looking to shoot. Which is something that, a lot of strikers want to have, but a lot of strikers naturally just don't.
He's already
And-
29 though, so I feel like for him, if he sees a big club asking for him, he'll definitely make the switch.
Yeah, I
I
think.
don't know, man. He might stay loyal. He's been in Norwich for a couple seasons now.
Yeah, I think 3 years. Let me double
He took
check.
them out of the championship, and Norwich were having a difficult time scoring goals, and he was the lead scorer in the championship. I don't know, maybe does that build loyalty? I know we're to talk about loyalty being impossible and invisible in soccer nowadays. Not a lot of players show loyalty, but it'd be pretty cool, I think, if he stayed with
The
the
thing
club.
is that he's not one of. I mean, I guess it would be tough. I feel like if for that to happen, Norwich would have to definitely bump up his salary because he's like I said, he has a pretty good scoring
Oh,
record for
if
them.
if he's
He's
not
played,
the highest
like-
paid player in Norwich right now, then what are you guys doing?
He has
I'm-
he has 45 games played for them and has 35 goals. So that's
Insane.
really
I
good.
feel like
for,
Chelsea, because they lack a striker of that caliber.
They
No,
might go for him.
yeah,
for real.
for sure. Like,
Yeah, after their thing is lifted, but yeah.
yeah,
So
no,
transfer
no, yeah, but during next summer,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't think he's going anywhere this January. But for the summer, definitely, he'll probably.
Yeah, I
go
definitely
somewhere.
do think they'll probably keep him for the
Yeah, Timo
season.
Pukki, man to watch right now in the Premier League. I think he's leading the league. I think he has 5 goals. I think he scored 2 in the first game, and then now he has 3. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's how the table looks right now. But yeah, Norwich look exciting. It's fun to see a lower bottom tier team score goals. I definitely think Newcastle are getting relegated, guys.
What?
It's definitely
No.
a possibility. I mean,
Yeah, dude, they're playing really bad.
at the moment, yeah, Chris.
They lost their first 2 games.
Steve Bruce, like I said, he's a low quality manager. No, without trying to be disrespectful, but I mean,
Yeah, he's a guy who keeps you alive, not a guy that wins you.
I mean, he's actually relegated quite a few teams. I looked at his record the other day.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so
I honestly if Benitez wanted to stay, I would have kept Benitez.
yeah, but
I don't think he did.
No,
I don't think he did
He
either.
didn't want to. Apparently, according to Newcastle, they tried everything to get him to stay. I saw an interview with him a few days ago where they
Look-
said he wanted to invest more in the youth academy, and they said no.
That's just dumb on them because that would have been a
the,
smart
The
idea.
owner of Newcastle's
Yeah, he doesn't give.
known to not care
Yeah,
at
he
all.
doesn't give a crap.
He's kind of I feel like there's something I used to watch a lot of Arsenal fan TV, and there's something they complain about a lot. Cause Stan Kroenke, the owner of Arsenal,
Yeah.
he's an American guy who decided to purchase a club, and a lot of people there talk about how he doesn't really invest in the youth, and he doesn't promote that a lot. And the community around Arsenal have an issue with that, obviously, because they want to see young players coming up. They want to see players that have been with Arsenal for a while, and he just wants to buy players that they can sell and make money, and
And
players
just be
that
net
sell
profit.
jerseys and
Yeah.
players that sell jerseys. So there's a lot of controversy with profit and soccer.
I mean,
Because obviously it's a business and a lot of people can make money from
yeah.
it. But people want to see their club win.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, think about it this way:
change.
if I'm a decently sized club, even big clubs, I would definitely like. Why wouldn't you invest in your youth team? I mean, let's say I get a young kid, right? Even if he doesn't start for me, but I sell him for like, 10 million, 5 million. That's 5 million like clean. Like I didn't pay anything for the kid. Like
well,
that's
no. You did
well,
pay
yeah,
something. You
but
paid
like
salary, buddy.
well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like you're obviously making money off of
Yeah,
them,
of
and,
course,
and
of
it's like
course.
little to no.
Well, look at Benfica. The club has literally held themselves up by creating players.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
Benfica don't sell that many jerseys. I don't know about you guys if you guys know that, but they don't sell that many jerseys. They sell a lot of players though. They sell a lot of talent. Right now I think I was reading an article the other day, and I think it's like Benfica, since like 2010 have sold like triple their profits from like everything
That's impressive.
in players. Like what
Yeah,
they sold.
that's what makes sense.
Like,
I
think
mean,
about it.
yeah.
Like, I can easily name like 5 to 10 players right now that Benfica have sold that they made bank on. Like you got Di Maria, you got David Luiz,
João Felix.
you got João Felix, you have Nico Gaitan, you have what's the right back? No, not Semedo. He came from
Cancelo.
Semedo,
Cancelo.
Cancelo. Like there's so much talent that
Yeah,
Benfica
yeah,
have
of course.
produced, and they've made so much money off of that, man. But yeah, so Liverpool got another win. Sadly,
Cutting it close with that Adrian mess up.
oh yeah, Adrian. Yeah, cutting it. It was a tight game.
Oh,
Adrian messed up twice.
Yeah,
And he
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
injured. He got injured.
He
too.
messed up twice, and then he gets injured. I think it was by a celebration or something.
Yeah, I
Someone
think.
hugged him, and then he like.
No,
stepped-
that was
No, that was Adrian. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
He,
Adrian.
he got injured.
Yeah, but that
I
was,
think you sent me the video, Chris.
yeah, but that was during
The warm up, right?
no, that was during the Chelsea game. That wasn't during this.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I
he
thought it
ran
was-
the
I thought
risk-
this was doing this.
Like he had
So
a risk.
He had two really bad plays where he got really cocky. Like I guess having Van Dijk in front of you gets you really excited. But yeah, he messed up twice. Someone played on the ball back, and he went to go kick it, but the striker was already on him. So the first time he got it away, no problem. Second time, striker intercepts it and kicks it into the goal. It was Danny Ings who scored against Liverpool on his first game back. Was it at Anfield? I think it was.
No, it was at the St.
It
Mary's.
was that St. Mary's?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so that was funny. A lot of people were dogging him on Twitter about those mistakes, and how they miss Alisson. So yeah. What you
No,
guys
I
think
mean,
about it?
I think Adrian is still a pretty good keeper, especially for
A backup, yeah, I know.
having replaced him for free. Like,
I
come
think it's
on.
probably the
Well,
best.
remember
backup.
he was at. I don't think he's the best backup in the Premier League.
Who's better?
for free on a free transfer.
Oh no
who
no
would
no
you
no!
have
The
gotten?
transfer is one of the best for them. But I'm saying I don't think he's the best backup goalie.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. I
Premier
mean, who would you say then?
I would say Sergio Romero.
No, I would still put Adrian over Romero.
I like Romero a lot, and he played pretty well in the World Cup. And Adrian's never really played.
Well,
there.
I mean,
For
it
Argentina.
was Caballero who played for the World Cup, for the last one. But in 2014, yeah, Romero played pretty well.
He played pretty well.
Yeah.
With like a weak Argentinian defense.
That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
talking
buddy,
about
but
a
still.
5-year-old performance.
That's
Yeah.
fine, man.
I think up to date right now, I think Adrian is in better form. I think Adrian is a better keeper.
Yeah, maybe controversial.
Not much better, but I think it was
I would
smart.
rather have
the mo-
Romero either way.
I think
No,
the,
no, I
the
mean,
move
both are
was
pretty
smart.
good. Both
yeah.
are pretty good.
As
And-
backup.
Yeah.
And like they got him on a free, and he came from West Ham, and West Ham let him go for a reason. Like they
No.
weren't just like, oh no, we want to keep
What?
this guy.
What do you mean?
West Ham. Came
Yeah.
from West Ham.
He came from
Yeah,
West Ham.
because fucking if Liverpool comes knocking, you're gonna go to Liverpool.
Okay, buddy, I understand,
But
but
he ran down
like,
his contract.
Yeah,
right.
because Liverpool was in the talks with him.
No.
no,
but
that was
no.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No, what are you talking
Buddy,
about?
if
According
West
to,
Ham,
like-
West Ham could have signed him, like
Bro,
back
you
like
do
2
know-
seasons ago when his contract was expiring,
Oh
true.
yeah, I guess.
and
but
they didn't want to
maybe
for
he-
a reason. They're like, nah, let this boy's contract run out, please.
I mean, I don't think the keeper they have now is much better, but
Whatever.
yeah.
And that's their argument. That's their
Is it
decision.
Fabianski who's the keeper right now, or is it someone else?
I think it's Fabianski.
Whatever.
But yeah, so Liverpool are starting off hot. I think they play a tough game this week. Am I
Liverpool?
right? I'm not sure who they play this week, but
Liverpool play Arsenal. Yeah, that's
Arsenal.
something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so I see. I was right. So yeah, Arsenal, Liverpool this week. I'm excited for that.
I
Hopefully it's a good
I
game.
think Arsenal are gonna win.
I think
solely
Arsenal are
because
gonna
of the
win.
keeper.
No, no.
Adrian and Alisson are out. They have a third choice academy keeper.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal are gonna win.
Yeah, I'm gonna call
You
it.
still have Van Dijk in the front.
All
though.
right, but he's
Aubameyang-
not in form. Van Dijk is
Aubameyang-
in form.
Aubameyang 1 goal, 1-0 Arsenal. That's my prediction. But That's
I don't
besides
like
the point.
Liverpool.
I
So I
think
want-
I just want Liverpool to lose so that United can like catch up, but that's besides the point.
City too. Speaking of City,
Yeah, speaking of City, we had a controversial. Brian wants to go in on this. He feels like Gabriel Jesus after the game when he said VAR is shit.
I agree 100%.
City and Tottenham drew 2-2. Lamela scoring a goal for Tottenham and Lucas Moura scoring a goal for Tottenham, and Sterling and Aguero scoring goals respectively for City. De Bruyne had 2 assists, right?
Yeah, and his first assist was just
So,
incredibly amazing.
He played very well. I'm gonna give you that. De Bruyne played very, very well. Do I still think Pogba's a better player? In my opinion, yes. But that's besides the point because I'm talking about longevity, injuries, and stuff like that. I think Pogba might be a better player. And Pogba puts in similar passes like that. We saw that against Chelsea when he picked Rashford across the field, and that was gorgeous, and I orgasmed. So besides that, City played very well. They look like they're really snapping into form, so that's cool. I'm excited about that because obviously I like competition. So
I am,
it's
but
dope. It's dope.
I'm like honestly,
I think Tottenham played well though,
they did,
Well,
but
they did.
especially the first half.
look,
The first half for Tottenham was very well.
look, I'll be
Second
honest.
half they messed up a lot.
I'll be honest.
That Lamela goal, I don't know what you guys were smoking
No,
in the
look,
back.
like I said,
They stood there and watched the man, and the man takes a shot, and then it goes
look,
in.
Ronald, I knew this was gonna happen, right? Like both their goals were kind of crap. I mean, Lucas Moura, the guy's like 5'6" and he scores a header. Like, no, that's BS.
Yeah,
that's
effort.
They
though.
need a center. No, it was just poor defending. They need, like I said, I said
Brian,
from the summer they needed a center back.
This
Who,
team,
City?
Yeah, City.
You literally
Brian,
hyped up Laporte.
They had
every-
company left,
Okay.
right? They only have 3. They have Laporte,
Mhm.
Stones, and Otamendi. And Otamendi's in horrible form.
Okay, so then-
I think, I honestly, Brian, I think it's down to effort, because
Because
no matter how bad you are at defending,
you've hyped up Stones and
No, no.
Laporte so much.
but no
Stones.
matter, no matter,
And look, I don't speak very highly of Stones. Laporte, yes, but Stones.
I don't think no matter.
I think
how,
Stones is good. But
No matter how bad you might be at defending, like you can literally put a baby out there, and if a baby scores a header on you, then that's your fault. Not from defending, it's from effort. Because there's no reason a baby should be beating you in the header. Just like there's no reason Lucas Moura should be beating Otamendi.
Well, then the thing is
Is
that,
Otamendi?
I think it was actually Kyle Walker marking him, but I could be
So-
wrong.
but the
That's
same thing could
effort.
go.
It's all effort based. Kyle Walker's a great effort player. Look what he did in the League Cup. And
Yeah.
that's effort. You get me? That's how that goal gets saved. The only reason that Lucas Moura scored was because of effort.
Well, you could say the same thing about Sterling's goal then, because Sterling already tapped in a header, and Sterling's the midget of the
Exactly.
team.
Yeah.
It's effort. Effort. It's all about effort.
Yeah, look, to be fair,
Defending is, I would say this, defending is 60% ability, like defensive ability, and 40% effort. If you don't have 100% effort, which gives you 40% of defending, then you're trash.
no,
'Cause you could be the best defensive mind in the world, but if you don't go out there and do it, then that's it.
I mean, I agree. It's just like, also what I noticed, like right after City scored the second goal, Spurs went very defensive. They
Yep.
parked the bus, and I think that's very disappointing. Especially
no,
from
'cause they knew they
from
wasn't
an
gonna
attacking
win.
manager as Pochettino with the team he has
Well, buddy,
offensively.
He is playing a very well put together City team.
Yeah, he saw himself
It's
outplayed,
strategic.
so
Alright,
he
but
went for the
It's strategic.
points.
It's
Alright.
strategic. You gotta
But
be
he could have
smart.
gone for the win. He could have gone for the win.
That's
Do you
fine.
think so, or would you risk it early on in the
Exactly.
season?
Why
and
risk?
just-
Why risk a loss when you could steal a point from City, which are arguably the leaders in the league?
All right, what's stealing the point for? They're not going to win the league. They don't have the
You
squad
don't
to
know
win.
that. You don't know that. Look at Leicester.
1
3 years
point
Yeah,
ago.
could-
yeah, but look, I guess Ronald.
nothing
Well, no, I don't know.
changes.
No,
Like I
no, I
said,
don't know about
look,
that
to be fair,
comparison,
to,
but
look, to
Well,
be fair,
no. What I say is like it's Premier League. Anything can happen.
no,
For all
yeah,
we
of course.
know, City can go on a 5-game losing streak. For all we know, for some weird reason, they might have the best squad in the world. City can go on a 5-game losing streak.
I think about it this way:
Or
if
or
you
anyone,
tie
anyone.
against City, you're gaining a point, taking a point away from 2 points away from them.
Yeah,
You-
it's 2. It's 3. It's 2. It's a point.
You're taking
that
2
people
points
think
away
you
from
wouldn't
them.
have had. And on top of that, they're losing 2 points.
And I think, like, mentally, for a squad to say
win-win.
that, yeah,
It's a
to say
win-win.
that morale of, like, oh, we didn't lose, we put our best and we tied, we still gain a point, is not as bad as a, like,
yeah, you put your best defensively, yeah, but it's
yeah,
just
but
like
it doesn't kill the squad as
But
much
look,
as
look,
losing
look,
against
look,
If
City.
they,
That's
they
what I
lose
think.
that game, if Gabriel Jesus' goal counts,
Which you shouldn't have.
that Tottenham game next week, they lose.
all right. Look, to be
Well,
fair, look, to
Well,
be
I don't know lose,
Yeah,
but they'll
but
perform
yeah, of course. 'cause
worse.
it's a mental
to be
pressure
fair,
that
look,
it puts
if I was
on them, yeah.
Spurs, I would think I was immensely the underdog. Look, I didn't think Spurs were gonna win, regardless. I think
Did you think they were gonna draw?
no, I think it's gonna be 3-2.
You see,
Look, I'm just saying that.
You were almost there, by the way. 3-2.
Oh no, like, speaking about that, let's talk about that really quickly. Look, I think
So guys, Brian is a resident VAR hater. Some people might call him was it Amrabat in the World Cup that recorded that video of him going VAR is shit. That's Brian right here. So Brian is one of those people. At least I seem to think. I want him to change my mind on that. Shout out to Steven Crowder. That that he only likes VAR when it doesn't negatively affect his
no,
team.
no, dude. Not only that, it's not used correctly. Look what happened earlier. City should have a pen, and the guy didn't even
No,
review
no,
it.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
no,
He
it's not a
shouldn't
penalty.
have a pen.
Yeah, dude, that was a pen.
Brian,
That was
look,
a pen.
You have to look at
You-
it
there was-
impartially. You have to look at things
All right,
impartially.
but they didn't use VAR, and if they did, they only used
Well,
like 5 seconds.
The thing is that they use VAR for every single decision.
No, they don't.
No, they
they
did.
they don't.
No, they don't. They don't.
They
don't.
don't?
No.
They only use it
Isn't
when
that
it's
how they do it in Champions League?
no. It's only used when it's like either like for a goal or like
Or
a
something, like,
penalty
close,
or a
yeah.
red
So every
card.
single goal they look at, because I saw that.
If it's like for a penalty or if it was like something that's affecting a goal, then they will look at it. Or like inside the penalty box type of stuff. But it's not like if it's in the middle of the field and it's just a tackle, they won't review the thing. Like they won't review VAR type stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So like what I think VAR. All right, let me go back to the game. I don't think Lamela was a foul. I was even reading reviews and like other refs after reviewing the game after the game was done and watching replays did not think the Lamela thing was a foul.
No, dude. It's just they didn't even check to review it, Chris. Like,
But they didn't have to because
No.
it wasn't a foul.
no, Chris, they should.
So, real quick, according to the Premier League's website, the inclusion of VAR will it said the included details in on-in stadium communications, in particular when there's a clear delay because of the match of VAR when refereeing, our decisions are overturned due to the intervention of VAR. The Premier League has created graphics that'll tell you when there's VAR on the screen. And then additionally, if the Premier League believes there's a definite clip which helps explain an overturned decision, it will be broadcast on the screens for fans. But based on what I'm looking at here, like they're trying to use VAR for every controversial decision.
Yeah, but like I said, I told you guys earlier, they should have at least like taken more time to check. I think it was a penalty for sure.
Okay, so look, this
So
is
you think it was a foul?
what
Yeah.
are
You think
the
the Lamela
rules?
thing was a foul?
Yes, yes.
Real quick. So VAR is gonna only
Can we put up the video?
Yeah,
I'll put it up real quick. VAR is going to only intervene in the course of a match when officials have made a clear and obvious error in one of the 4 areas. Goals. So if a player's offside or
Mhm.
something like that, they'll look at it.
Yeah.
For the most part, based on what I saw in the commentary, I forgot what game it was. One of the commentators said that they've been reviewing every single goal to look for offsides in the build-up play, and then to see if there's any.
Yeah, they spend like 30 seconds after the to like just do
Like
a
while
quick,
the replays going
if they think-
on,
if
the
they think- yeah, if they
celebration,
think-
if
yes,
they
I-
think there's anything,
Yeah.
they'll check it out. So they actually did that in the United game for Ruben Neves' goal, the goal that
Yeah.
tied the game. So they were looking at the build-up play, and there was actually a moment where it looked like it could have been offsides, but it wasn't when they flipped the
Mhm.
angle. So that's good. I'm not mad that United drew because of that. Like, I'm mad that United drew because they didn't go cover the guy at the edge of the box that scores magical goals every single game. That's besides the point. But I'm glad that VAR checked it, because if it was offside, I would want that to be called correctly for either team.
all right. Let me ask you guys something. It's like more of a.
So they're also reviewing every single penalty, because the most subjective potential problematic area, penalties can be awarded or rescinded using VAR if there's a clear and obvious error in the original decision. So they're looking at every single penalty for the most part. Because obviously penalties are
for the most part, but not always.
Buddy, penalties are the most
if
controversial
it was a
part of the game.
obviously like if it wasn't an obvious
If
penalty.
the video referees are like, this is how I imagine, and I hope it works this way. They're watching the game.
There's probably like I believe what I think.
I think there's 4.
Yeah, and if they're not in
And
a
they're watching the game.
unanimously
Yeah.
like saying that was a
Yeah,
penalty,
like, hey, let's review it. Like, I think
if
it's
one
like,
of them
if
goes,
one of them
hey,
goes, hey, that might be a penalty, but the other 3 are like, yo, like, I don't think so. Then that's why they didn't review it, because there's 3 referees.
no, I think they will review if it's one against. I believe it. They have to be an unanimous. Like
That's
yes,
what I'm saying.
it's clear.
What I said is, if one of them says, hey, I think that might be a penalty, and the other 3 say, no, it's not a penalty,
They're gonna check it.
They're-
That's what I think.
they're gonna check it based on one.
It's
I believe so. Yeah, I believe if it's not a unanimous, like that's not a penalty or it is a penalty, whatever, they should just.
I love
review it.
how, by the way, this is just a side note. I love how they had to include mistaken identity as one of the reasons to check for VAR.
Oh yeah.
Because
And
you
apparently it
remember-
was using
You
the
remember-
Ox,
You
right?
happened to the
Yeah.
Ox and Kieran Gibbs back in 2014, and because
that referee was a total idiot. Honestly, he should lose his job.
So they're also reviewing stray red cards. So
Mm-hmm.
violent conduct and dangerous tackles that can be penalized using VAR. Second yellow cards
Cannot be used,
Cannot be
yeah.
reviewed. So if a player got a yellow card and then a ref thinks that he deserves a second yellow, then they're not reviewing that. So I think that's fair. That's solid. They're also reviewing offsides, obviously. So if a player's offsides and we don't know, then they'll review it with VAR. I think that the way it's been included so far is pretty good.
I think it makes sense. I
think
don't
it
know.
makes sense. It's not like in American sports. Like obviously, we have the background here. Well, for the most part, I don't know about these guys. I watch a lot of other sports, and in a lot of other sports, the refereeing decisions kind of impact the speed of the game, the tempo.
Yeah, it slows everything down. And
Which
look,
what I
look,
don't want.
That's what I exactly. Thank you, Chris. I was gonna say, look,
But I don't think it does. It's done that yet.
I think it already has.
I don't think it has.
I think players would agree it has. I think
Well, players are gonna agree because they're playing the game.
exactly.
I'm talking about for like the rest of us.
I think if we keep it this way, like for if it's goal
Because they
decisions
can get a lot
or
worse. They can literally just stop the game.
yeah,
No
if it's
one's
like
playing,
yellow card,
and-
let's check that.
and let's
You
check
know,
every
like-
And-
single decision.
In the
Oh, that
World,
was offside,
But
or
in the
like-
World Cup, it did stop a lot of games.
So
Granted,
you know-
for like
You know
2 or
how
3
I-
minutes.
You know
so.
how personally I think it should work? I think it should be worked the way it is there. And I also think that every single coach should have one challenge.
Oh, like
No,
when to
no.
call VAR and when to not. Yeah.
No. I mean one challenge in the sense that like if they feel like a call was like if they think like any of those categories is the ones we saw
Uh-huh.
or wrong or like the ref called it wrong but VAR hasn't checked it, I think they should be allowed to call one challenge.
No.
I
I
think
don't agree with
I
that.
agree with
I like
Ronald.
that.
I agree with Ronald.
Because the
That
thing
just
is,
slows the
for
game
example-
more, and then
No,
No,
it'll
it's
be
just
used,
one each. It's just
and
one
then it'll
each.
be
so-
used tactically. It'll be used
That's
tactically to
fine.
slow down the game.
But
No,
if
because
it's a-
then
if
it
it's-
turns
if
into.
it- but
All right, but Chris,
the point
sometimes they
is-
don't check it. Sometimes they
the
don't check
point-
it, and
the
a coach
point is
wants
to
it
be-
checked.
The
He
point is
deserves to
be
get checked.
100% accurate, right? That's the point, right? So if, for example, if Brian's calling for that pen, if Guardiola felt that pen was really a pen,
Yeah.
because sometimes you see the coach is blowing up on the byline and everyone's like, what is he mad about? Or like he's mad about that penalty.
Yeah.
But they're not checking it. Then if they had one challenge a game, but the thing is, I think that there should be like a penalty if you miscall a challenge.
I mean,
like what? Because you can't like do like out in football, like we're gonna move them back yards
So, no,
or whatever,
they don't do that
or
in football. In football,
No,
the
I
way
know
it
what I'm saying,
works
but they
is
can't,
if you,
like-
if you challenge a game in football,
Uh-huh.
a play in football, like if you challenge a decision or a play,
yeah.
and you get it wrong, you lose a timeout. Obviously,
Okay.
there's no timeouts in the Premier League, but like for example, like if they lost a sub or something.
No, that would be no.
Maybe like
no.
a free kick or something. I don't know.
Not even. No, you can't do that. You can't remove a free kick. What?
No, not remove a free
Well,
kick,
saying
but
give
I'm
them
saying-
a free kick,
yeah,
the other
give,
team.
like a random free kick. I'm not saying from like edge of the box. I'm just saying that
From where? From a goal kick?
I don't know.
Oh
That-
yeah, give them possession of the ball.
Yeah,
Well, they would have it originally.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
Depends on the play.
Exactly.
What do you
So
mean?
what if they kick it out and it's a corner, and then the ref goes, "Oh, that was a corner for this team." Because for example, I forgot what it was. Okay, I was watching.
So you're saying
no,
if
no,
it was
listen,
a
listen,
penalty, and instead of giving a penalty, they give them a corner, and then they lose the
No,
fucking
no, no,
corner?
No,
that,
no,
that's
no, buddy, you're not listening. So for example, I was watching this video on YouTube, and it was
Mhm.
like there's this series called what wore it, and it's like a series about where they get football players and they go and like they show them like a collection of all their jerseys
Oh yeah, I saw
through their
that.
careers.
Yeah, it's a BT Sport. Yeah.
It's on BT Sport. Yeah, it's a crazy series. It's actually pretty cool. So I saw the episode for Robin van Persie because
I-
obviously he's
I
one
saw
of my,
that too,
He's
yeah.
one of my favorite players, and he was talking about the 2010 World Cup against Spain,
Mm-hmm.
and he says in the series because the guy asked him, he pulled out the Spanish jersey. He goes, "What do you feel when you see this jersey?" And he says, "Heartbreak," which makes sense
Yeah.
because Holland played very well.
No, they played dirty as hell, dude. Like
Yeah,
they
they
had
did.
like 7
But-
yellow
That's
cards.
fine, but
That's
this
their
is-
style.
I mean,
That's how
played
they-
well the whole
Their
tournament.
style was total football, not
I mean,
attack
they
the
played-
Spanish players.
I mean, they played well the whole tournament. They got to the final and they had a tough time. But Van Persie was talking about how he felt that they could have had chances to win the game, which arguably they did have shots on target and chances. And then
There was one with Robin that got really fucking
yeah, very close.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
the
but
kick save.
but they had a saying two, say two of the best
All right,
saves.
Brian's obsessed with Iker Casillas. He even has his underwear for some reason. So
Yeah, I got it signed. That's why I have it.
yeah, dirty underwear sign.
No, it's like his brand.
But yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, he says it in the video. He goes, "We actually had a corner that we were supposed to get, and they called goal kick, and that goal kick is the one that led to them scoring. So imagine if
I haven't seen that game in a while, so
if
I
a
have to check.
challenge, imagine
we'll
if
have
a
to
challenge.
recheck
No,
that.
well, he said it.
Yeah.
It was part of his
Yeah.
memory. Like he said it. He's like, yeah. So this is my best Robin van Persie impersonation. He's like, yeah.
Alright,
So we had the goal kick,
That is a horrible impression.
and they gives them goal kick. It was corner.
Look, to be fair, they should have got 2 red cards. Like, they got one.
That's fine.
Yeah, but they should have got they should have been playing a
Alright,
9.
chill. I don't think about that.
No,
I
no.
don't think so.
What do you mean? The guy didn't get sent off for the kick. Xabi Alonso.
Okay, guys.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Okay,
I forgot
so
about
yeah,
that.
we're not gonna review the 2010
That
World
wasn't a
Cup.
red?
No, he didn't get a red.
Guys, we're not gonna review the 2010 World Cup. Dale, Spain already won. What
9
I'm
years
saying,
ago, I
the reason
remember.
I bring this up is because he says that they get a goal kick, and that goal kick leads to them scoring, but it was supposed to be a corner. So imagine if that system was in the manager challenges it, and then they get
They-
their corner.
But he wouldn't be able to
That-
challenge it.
that-
He wouldn't be able to challenge
Why
that.
not?
Because that's not one of the...
No, Ronald's saying what if they
Yeah, I'm saying
implemented.
it's a what if scenario. It's
Like,
hypothetical.
he's not saying that it is. Ronald's saying
No.
what if they implemented the one he was saying.
I'm saying
No.
What if they do that?
I know. But you're saying, but when you said that if they implemented the challenge thing,
Yeah.
they could
That-
challenge a VAR
Decision.
No,
and
no,
the VAR can
no,
only
well,
decide.
No,
no,
he's
'cause
saying
the
like
thing
check
is,
it
like,
out if they
they can
didn't.
call for VAR when they
I
feel like
understand.
it.
Yeah, okay, but only
Based
when
on-
VAR can be used, because VAR can
Oh,
only
well,
be
like,
used
yeah,
in
but
penalties.
I'm talking about like in hypothetical situations. I'm saying like it
No,
can be
because
used
that
for
would
everything.
that's even worse. That
Why?
makes it even worse.
There's only another thing that it can be used for: corners. That's it. That's
What
the
do you
only
mean?
thing
A
missing.
foul in the middle of the field? Yo, check that, and then you waste like 5 minutes. No, I want you to check that. Like, I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
that
so then
ruins the
if he
game. I
messes-
don't
No,
know.
but just once, Chris. Just once.
Yeah,
once
but it
a
still
game.
ruins the game. Think about a quick counter and then yo, check it. You know what I mean? Like,
So I think
I think you get what I mean, right? It's a quick counter and then they stop them and then
No,
they
no,
get the
no.
ball back. Like, no, that was a foul.
No,
check it.
alright, but
and they have
so-
to check
but
it.
Only do it when it's out of play. Then only do it when the ball's out of play. Now.
either only out of play or when your team is in possession.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you could even argue, yo, he technically had the ball if there was a
What do you
tackle.
mean? No, buddy. No. We're talking about
I don't
full
know.
possession of the ball.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's something that we're not here hiring officials to
Yeah.
introduce us. I just think that a lot of people have questions on VAR and its validity and how it's working in the game. Obviously, Gabriel Jesus after the game felt very strongly against it. But some might
He's
say
retarded because
some might say
VAR was
that-
used right.
No.
that he.
Yeah,
Some
pull
might
up the
say that he
video.
feels like that because they didn't score, they didn't get the goal, or they didn't get the win.
Look, to be fair, from what I saw, right, and I saw the video from like 3 different angles. Gabriel Jesus, alright, sorry, it was a defender against Laporte, right?
Yeah.
And the defender literally, he headed the look. It was Laporte, or I think it was Laporte, and the other Spurs defender. They both headed the ball at the same time. They both missed. It hits the arm of the Spurs defender, and then Laporte's arm, and then it falls on the floor. But obviously, both were unintentional, so I think the goal should have counted. But obviously, because of the new rule in VAR, any goal that's caused via handball, whether intentional or unintentional, doesn't count.
Okay.
Which
And how's that bad? That's a universal rule, so that applies to
no,
everybody.
no, that was implemented this season for the
yeah,
Premier League.
yeah, I know, but that applies to everyone. So had Tottenham had the same
Alright,
thing,
but Spurs touched the handball first, so you could argue, that we should have gotten a penalty because of that as well. Isn't a handball penalty in the box? Look what happened on Titi. Sorry, who was that? It was a Manchester United game against PSG. Kimpembe. Kimpembe. I think it was Marcus Rashford who shot the ball and hit Kimpembe's arm, and then it was counted a penalty, even if the handball wasn't unintentional, Chris. So you could say that the Spurs defender should, because it hit his arm first. From what I saw, from the 3 or 4 different angles, it should have been a penalty for City in that instance.
Sorry, guys, I had to go to the bathroom. I just felt like telling you. But yeah, so honestly, on the handball call against Spurs, I don't think it was a handball.
Look, it hit his arm first, and then hit Laporte's arm first.
But
and then
remember, the handball calls are intentional.
Can you
Do you
pull
think
up
that
the
was
video?
intentional?
no, it was intentional or unintentional.
pull up the
They
video?
changed the rule this season, where it doesn't matter.
The rule.
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't.
they did?
Yeah.
Okay, I
It's for
didn't know
this.
that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's intentional or unintentional. If it's handball, the goal doesn't count. And that's what really pissed me off, because it hit the Spurs defender first. Look, I don't know if you watched the video. It rolls off the Spurs defender's arm first, and then right after
So,
hits Laporte, and then
You
it
know
goes
what's
to the
funny?
ball.
When VAR first got introduced, Pochettino said he had a big issue with it, and now he's a fan.
Yeah,
so.
it saved his ass twice. It's really saved his job twice. Not a job.
All right, not a job.
Alright, yeah, probably not a job, but still.
Pochettino's still gonna be at Tottenham. Who the hell's gonna be their manager?
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up the clip right now of the VAR check, but while I'm pulling that up, let's talk about the United game. So we did have United. Actually, let's talk about Leicester. So what do you guys think about Leicester Chelsea? I think Chelsea looked a lot better in this game.
No, I think yeah, like, they looked better, but I feel like Leicester had the better. Leicester could have finished like 2 or 3 chances. They could have had like
I
3-1.
also think that, but Leicester played very well. Mason Mount got them his first goal and their first goal of the Premier League. So I think Chelsea fans are excited
No, you know what?
for the future.
Look, to
But
be fair,
I don't think this is their season.
look, I always said from the beginning, Lampard, if without time, is gonna fail, and I'll tell you why. Because, look, he can't make any signings. His team's very young, very inexperienced. And
He has no strikers.
That's right. He only has Tammy Abraham, and for some reason he has
Who's
Batshuayi.
garbage.
No,
Giroud.
Batshuayi isn't garbage.
No, Tammy Abraham.
Oh, Tammy Abraham. I mean,
Giroud.
he needs time.
He's young, man. Tiny Abraham's young.
Yeah, Drew was trash.
Giroud is
yeah,
not trash.
No, he's trash. He's trash.
Giroud, bro.
No, dude,
It's
that's
very situational.
that season where
Sorry, but Giroud won a World Cup.
guys,
Very
yeah,
situational.
I think he won the World Cup without a
If-
shot on goal.
That's
For
fine, but
striker,
he was
no,
very
for striker, no.
that's very implemental to the game. You can't say that Giroud was not important to France's game.
Yeah, he was
no.
important.
He was crucial to France's game. If they don't have Giroud in the team, they lose.
No, I feel like Benzema could have played that role.
I don't think so.
No, dude, they only brought Giroud for his hold-up play, but because
Exactly.
Benzema has the best hold-up play for a French striker I've ever seen.
I could argue that, yeah, Benzema probably would have done.
I could argue that.
Benzema would have had like at least 2 or 3 goals. Without a doubt.
I think he would have had 2 or 3 goals, but I don't think they win the World Cup with Benzema.
No, they definitely would have.
Yeah, they probably would have.
I don't know.
I'm not saying Giroud won them the fucking World Cup, but I am saying that Giroud wasn't like not useful in the World Cup.
All right. Well,
Very useful.
back to Chelsea. Anyways, wait. Are we currently checking the VAR?
Yeah.
Well, no, we're talking about Chelsea.
No, I'm just saying that like off screen we're checking the VAR. All right. But anyways.
But Chelsea, what do you think about Lampard? You're talking about how Lampard.
Oh
is
yeah, that's right. So like I
by
said,
the way, I
he
just saw Lamela's goal.
Yeah.
What were City's defense doing, man?
like I said, their defense fell asleep.
Like, let's watch this real quick. I'm gonna put it like real quick on slow mo, so we can watch this.
Yeah, make
And
sure the volume's also doesn't affect the.
Yeah, no, the volume's muted.
Alright.
But like, come on, like, look at this.
This is what.
Lamela literally was allowed to walk into the D of City's defense.
That's what I was saying. That we needed a center back. Pep Guardiola even said, "I tried to sign Harry Maguire, but Leicester wanted too much. They wanted 80
They
million.
wanted 85 million, and United gave it to him.
Yeah, I mean, look. To be fair, at the end of the season, I think we can say. I think Ron will agree that I think the money was worth it.
Yes.
Um.
I totally agree. Harry Maguire was a great signing. No matter how much he cost.
Because United desperately needed a defender, but
yeah, we desperately needed it, and we look so much more solid since his arrival. I'm super excited for the future with him. I think he's a great center back, man. I've always liked him since the World Cup. Slabhead scored like 4 goals in the World Cup, so I think it was an exciting time for them. But yeah, back to City. This Lamela goal was insane. How open the man was.
dude, it's like I said, they needed another defender because Otamendi isn't good enough, and I don't like. I think Stones can be injury prone at time, and plus he can get very distracted. I think the only world class defender we have is Laporte, and that's it.
I think City's second goal is literally so beautiful. That De Bruyne passed into Aguero.
Yes.
Was it De Bruyne?
Yeah, it's De
De Bruyne.
Bruyne.
17, yeah. Why does De Bruyne wear 17?
something that he has, like,
Aguero
a
has
meaning
a
for it, I
10.
think.
Such a weird number.
Aguero has a
Who's
10.
11?
11 is
Sterling?
no, Sterling is 7.
Okay.
Doesn't he have a meaning?
I think Sanya has 11, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so he was 17. He passed it into Aguero, and Aguero did a little flick to the back post. I think it was a beautiful goal. Obviously,
But try to fast forward to the
yeah,
penalty.
I'm trying to find the VAR check.
Not the VAR check, but try that where City should have had a pen. I forgot what minute it was.
De Bruyne played well, man, on his return. He looks like he's.
He's like a new signing. Honestly, he didn't play at all last season.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
I don't know. He's like a new signing.
I mean,
still had him.
no, I know, but it's just like I think he played like less than 40% of the season last year. So, and even then, he had like 2 long ass injuries. So, but yeah, really quickly back to what I was saying about Chelsea and Lampard. While we're still reviewing the City video.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's gonna fail unless he gets time. This season, they should like throw it away and just try to focus on like.
I just don't think Chelsea's gonna do that.
I think Chelsea should
fans,
focus
like,
on giving them time and like letting them build a foundation for the team.
Yeah,
like a
like-
good play for.
Like
the
I
team.
said, unless they're relegation
So I'm gonna-
candidates, he should stay. Cause like
I'm gonna tell you this. I think that this is what happens when you introduce so much money. Chelsea were the first big team. They got
Yeah.
a lot of money introduced into them. I think this is what happens, man. you've built a gap. So
No, you do know that they have like one of the most like youth like players.
Yeah.
Like they
they
loan
have a
out
lot
like
of
Yeah, but
youth-
they don't use
have a
them.
lot of
they
youth
loan out like
players,
40
Chris.
fucking players.
They don't
They
use
have
them.
a
Though.
lot of youth players, but can you name like more than 5 of them that
No,
are
no, no, no.
successful players?
I understand. I'm not saying that the
They're
youth is
good.
amazing. No, no, no. What I'm saying is
Like if Chelsea were to
that's
fill out
not.
a,
I don't think
if
the money
Chelsea-
thing is
No,
what
no, no. But
affects
let me
them. I think
explain.
it's
Let me explain what I'm saying.
Abramovich.
So this is what how I feel about clubs that use outside investment a lot, to the point where Chelsea and City are at.
That's what financial fair play should restrain from doing.
I
but
think that
it's not doing
it's
anything.
kind of like Japanese society. Like I don't know if you ever look at a demographic of Japan. So in Japan they have this problem where there's a lot of old people,
Oh yeah,
but
not
enough
enough
young people to
Yeah.
sustain the old people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the old people die,
Yeah.
then the society gets liberated a little bit. But those old people are staying around for a really long time.
Yeah, because you
So
know
the
health
Japanese
is getting
economy-
better. So yeah,
Japanese
longer.
economy is crippled because kind of said crippled wrong, but whatever. Crippled. Japanese society is crippled because there's not enough younger people to support the economy. So that's what I think is happening at these clubs. I think that there's not enough young talent to support the continued success that we're expecting out of these clubs. I don't think Chelsea's youth academy is good enough to maintain them a top 6 side in the Premier League.
Well,
I really don't.
I mean, it's their fault because they're not
Investing
playing
on
them. They're
it.
not giving them like they
Yeah.
need time.
They need time. They need experience.
Yeah.
But
They're not playing
Some
them.
might argue that Chelsea loan out more players than a full club has in their
Disposal.
Yeah, it's
and that's enough experience, but
Yeah.
it's just not clicking. And most of them are having success outside of Chelsea.
yeah.
Look at all the players that
I
Chelsea.
mean,
loaned.
yo, De Bruyne was a
Dude,
Chelsea player.
it's
Look, De
just like-
Bruyne,
Lukaku.
Lukaku,
Salah.
Salah. There's all these players that are doing well outside of Chelsea. So it's crazy to think that.
So I mean, if you think about it this way, then it's like their youth
Okay,
player
so
is
by the way, it was-
is working.
It was Kyle Walker. It was
Kyle
Kyle
Walker,
Walker. Kyle
yeah.
Walker was the
I
one that
missed
let
the-
the header in on.
Lucas
By the
Moura.
way, yeah, that's effort, man. Look at Kyle Walker.
All right,
Kyle
but-
Walker jumps up next to him, but he lets Lucas Moura get the better of him. And
Yeah.
there's no reason Lucas Moura should get the better of you if you're a defender. And then Laporte was behind him watching the ball.
Yeah.
So
Well,
might
no,
say he
no,
was
no.
ball watching.
I mean-
Brian likes to call out Piqué.
Look, to be fair, if Laporte had done much, he would have probably gotten a foul. on
Kyle Walker
Lucas
has to
Moura.
be in front of that.
Yeah, no, that's
Kyle
Kyle Walker's
Walker
fault,
should
not
not be.
Laporte.
Where's the man on the line?
Yeah, it's Kyle
There's
Walker's
no one
fault.
here.
Yeah, it's Kyle Walker's
His
fault.
zone is open. They
well,
could have
that's all-
passed it to him.
That's also on Ederson because Ederson should have a man on the.
Well, I don't think he's expecting that, man.
Yeah, to be fair, corners are really hard because they come really
Well,
quickly.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That was a. But yeah, all right. We're
That-
just jumping around.
Yeah.
So on Chelsea, like I think Chelsea is. You can't say that the youth system isn't working because if they've made Lukaku
Well, they didn't really make. Those
Yeah,
players.
they came from
signed
small
them.
clubs in Belgium.
fine, but they still brought him up
So,
on their youth. What are you talking?
They
No.
what are you
signed
talking-
them.
What do you?
They signed them really. Like,
They
Yeah, they
signed
signed
when
them
they were
really
like-
young.
or-
What do you?
no,
they
no.
signed like at 18 after
Yeah,
they graduated
so-
from the youth
yeah,
academy.
so
That's
they signed
fine.
them-
This-
They signed, that's not youth.
Yeah, that's not youth.
18 isn't youth. I'm saying like name one player that came from Chelsea's youth academy in the sense that like they were like 15 when they went to Chelsea, and then they developed into a world class talent.
I can only name two, and that's John Terry and Frank Lampard.
And Frank Lampard came from West Ham.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Well,
what's
no,
your
no,
way?
no, no, no. He came from
no,
West
he-
Ham, but he was like 15 or 14.
That was
or
John.
some shit
That was
like
John Terry, I think.
Was
Because John Terry didn't join the youth academy until like age 16 or age 15.
Obviously Frank Lampard is a Chelsea legend. No one's arguing that, but
You ready for this? You ready for their notable academy graduates? Bertrand Traore, Christensen, okay?
Yeah,
yeah,
Christensen.
that's fine.
All right, but Christensen isn't world class.
Loftus Cheek.
Yeah,
Christensen is pretty good.
he's
Right.
good, but he's not world class.
All right, whatever. Robert Hoof, pretty good. Frank Sinclair, pretty good.
Frank Sinclair,
Yeah, he's pretty good.
buddy.
Mhm.
Whatever. Jeffrey Bruma, pretty
Who?
good. Bruma.
Like,
Are you talking
come
about
on,
the?
man.
Are you talking about
Is
the
it a
Portuguese winger?
guy?
No, the Netherlands center back, Bruma.
That guy's not that good.
Yeah,
No, he's not that good, but I mean, like,
That's fine. They're Chelsea academy players, but I don't think they win a Premier League with this team.
Yeah, they didn't. Chris.
no, they won't. But I'm just saying, like, it's not like they don't have an academy. It's just that
Okay, but what I'm saying is that their academy cannot sustain their success. The level of success that people expect from that's a mid-table club.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they expect
Look
the
at-
best.
I find then. So what academy players has City brought up?
Exactly, I'm arguing that too. City's gonna have the same issue in a couple seasons. Let's say these City investors don't spend another $500 million every single season, in like 10 years, City's gonna. Go
Well, you know
down
they
the drain.
can't because.
I mean,
Well, they can't sustain that.
Look,
There's
no, no, I'm saying they
look,
can't. They can't
look,
spend
to
that
be
money
fair, look,
because of
financial fair play.
financial fair play.
look,
Should
to be
be.
fair, the difference between Chelsea and
And
City.
that's why you get transfer banned. Because literally Chelsea have to import all their players because they're trash.
Look, the problem with the difference between Chelsea and City is that Chelsea, the reason why they stopped getting a lot of investment. Oh, I mean, obviously the transfer ban is like main reason, but it's also because
So he joined Chelsea in 2001,
yeah. Oh, okay.
and he was born.
But he came from West Ham, right?
1978. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he already had played for West Ham at that time. Yeah, no, no, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
then never mind. Just
Yeah,
John
he had
Terry.
148 apps
It was
for West
Terry. It
Ham.
was
Then-
Terry.
yeah, it
It
was
was
John
Terry that joined younger.
All right, but as I was saying, the problem with Chelsea is that Roman Abramovich, because he did some uranium deal with Russia, the UK didn't want him give him his passport, and he couldn't even get in. So he stopped going to the Chelsea games. He just stayed in Russia. So I think he stopped giving the money.
What was the official call on this penalty? Well, the goal that
Handball.
handball on who?
Laporte, I think it was. Even though it was unintentional.
Okay, well you just said unintentional doesn't matter.
Yeah, they changed that rule, but it's just it hits the Spurs defender arm first, and
Does
then
it?
it hits Laporte's arm.
Well, we're gonna check it real quick. So De Bruyne crosses it. Who are you saying it hits?
He's saying that it hits.
Look at Laporte, the guy next to him. It hits his arm first, and then it hits Laporte's arm.
I don't
first.
think. I don't think it
that,
does.
that ball,
It's
that
kinda
ball
far.
looked like it hit Laporte's head.
Well,
No, they
back,
both
go
missed.
back.
They both missed. I saw.
So they both missed. So
Yeah.
It didn't hit a head.
But then
No,
it
no.
hit the arm. He's saying.
Look. Imagine Chris
So-
and I going for the ball right
Just
next
let
to
it
each
play.
other.
Just let it play because it shows better later. Just let it play.
All right, we're watching the
Bro,
City.
just let it play. It shows on a better angle later.
I
There
think
you
Laporte
can't see
hits
anything.
that.
You
I
can't
think
see
Laporte
anything.
hits
No,
that.
it hits both of them, but it hits the other guy first.
So where was the handball called? On Laporte there?
Yeah,
When
Laporte.
the ball dropped?
No, yeah,
They're
basically.
saying that Port touched the tip of his hand.
Yeah, he did touch his hand, but the Spurs defender
Right
hits it
there, right
first.
there.
Alright.
All right, look.
So we have the Spurs player Laporte going up for the ball. They're touching each other, and then
Look, it hits the
No,
guy.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't,
No,
Brian.
Brian,
It obviously
Brian,
hits
Brian,
Laporte's
look,
fucking
look.
elbow.
like the guy's hand is up.
Yeah.
The balls are passing his hand.
Look
See?
at that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
passed his hand.
It hits Laporte's elbow.
Oh,
then the
look-
guy hits it with his hand.
No, it doesn't even hit the guy's hand.
No.
It does. It's right there.
Yeah, there we go. See,
But I think it hits Laporte first.
no, it
Let it
rolls
keep
off
playing, keep
Laporte
playing.
last. That's why they called it. But it hit the other guy's arm first.
No,
I'm
they
saying
can't call it like that because then you could say that.
no, because look, in my opinion, it hits the other guy's hand first, but it's just right immediately it hits Laporte's hand. So it's just it's like
So
not.
it's a double handball. You're saying?
Yeah, but it hits the
Yeah,
other
but he's
guy's
saying it hits
first.
the guy's hand first, so it should
Look,
be a
so you're
penalty.
saying if the goal doesn't count, then give us a pen so we can take it. You
That's
know.
what Brian's saying, but I think it hits the guy.
I think it hits Laporte first. When I saw the
Look-
game, I thought the same
Look,
thing.
it definitely hits
By
Laporte's
the way,
hand, but
great
not
finish
first.
from Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, it was a great finish, but I just wish they showed a close up on TV. They showed us a better close up, but it's just
Well, it's not done
Oh,
yet,
yeah.
so they might show us a close up.
No, it doesn't show anything.
no, it doesn't,
Then
right?
we had the little controversial moment with
Yeah,
Guardiola and
Guardiola,
Aguero.
he's so
Just say Guardiola.
Guardiola
is
is such a weirdo.
Oh, why do you hate
In
him?
this, in the terms that
He
he's
does things for the camera, man. It's
yes,
weird.
exactly. Yeah, he craves the camera's attention. Like he
Oh.
does like
Oh my
extra,
He's a little actor.
extra he
does
does
that
extra
off camera.
emotions.
He does that off camera as
No.
well.
Yeah, bro, he's asking. Like he does extra emotions and extra things just so like a camera can see him.
Dude, Guardiola goes to sleep thinking about football. He's like the
Bro,
most passionate manager.
That's fine. That doesn't mean go and be a camera whore.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
true. He belongs on
Uh,
Cam's side at this point.
I'd rather a manager showed passion than didn't show passion.
It's not showing. One thing is showing passion. Another thing is being like extra for the camera so the camera could get you.
Yeah, I
And
feel
get
like
your reaction.
I feel like some people like some people have the
Maybe
passion.
that's a bias on me because I just don't like the guy, but I don't know. That's what I feel.
I think that it's
Dude, you can argue Saudi did that as well. I saw Saudi do that a million
When?
times last season. Dude, he showed extra emotion. Like anytime the camera was on him, he'd be
It's
smoking a
com- you-
cigarette and then he'd go.
Smoking a cigarette, he can't smoke a cigarette in field.
yeah, you can't. They didn't let him.
They did in Serie A. He did.
No, you can't. You can't smoke anywhere.
What do you mean? There's photos of him smoking with a cigarette in his
Yeah,
mouth.
he's obviously smokes cigarettes like if he's like outside or training.
At the halftime or whatever. Yeah,
No, he
training.
can't smoke
No,
in
dude,
halftime
No,
either.
I'm pretty sure that there was pictures of him smoking
No.
at halftime, like in the locker room or something.
No.
Oh,
They don't
they
have
let
pictures. No, they can't bring it in. There's pictures of them smoking like while they're training like in their fucking like field or whatever. But in the game, they can't smoke. No. Yes, bro. Yes.
He's at a stadium. He's with the cigarette in his mouth. I'm sure.
How do you know that's a stadium?
Do you not see the crowd? Obviously.
No,
it's
I
blurry.
don't see the crowd.
Don't tell me that's not a stadium.
No,
The
but he can't smoke in a stadium, bro.
I'm pretty sure that there's like laws against that. But yeah, so
You're tell me that's not a stadium, Chris, with the people in the background?
That could have. I don't know what the hell that was. That's another
Alright.
stadium. Maybe that was like a training.
Yeah.
You know they train in their stadium, right? Like Napoli trains in their actual stadium.
So
All right, there we go. You can clearly see people's faces here.
He's
All
not
is blurry.
smoking there.
That cigarette looks like look. It
His
doesn't.
mouth. I don't know if it's lit.
All right, but still, he has a cigarette in his mouth.
Whatever. That's fine.
All right.
So
That doesn't mean, but that's still not what I mean by
guys,
Guardiola
what I'm
getting attention.
saying
Like
is,
Guardiola doing
no,
the little
no,
things
no,
to the camera.
No,
like,
Chris,
come on, bro.
Chris, no, you didn't hear
Like,
me.
you knew
I
exactly
said,
what
I
he
said
was.
he was calm. So I was calm with a cigarette in his mouth, and then when I saw the camera turn on him, he'd go angry and make a
That's fine. I'm okay.
well,
Guardiola does that too.
Maybe
I'm not
they
okay
were
with-
recording his reaction to a
Yeah,
play.
what?
All right.
Maybe he was getting
think-
angry, and then they just flipped the camera.
Yeah,
Because remember, those cameras are always recording.
Yeah,
have
exactly.
always on
They
them.
make
Yeah,
cuts.
exactly. That's what I was telling.
They don't
Chris.
know when
He
they
does-
cut
No,
to
no,
him.
because Guardiola does that off camera as well. That's what I was trying to argue to
But
Chris.
what I'm
But
trying to
what
say
we're
is,
saying
wait, wait, wait.
Guardiola does weird things.
No,
on
yeah,
camera.
I'm not
Yes,
saying
but
when he
also
celebrates.
does it off camera.
But
as
I'm
well.
not saying when he celebrates. I'm okay with him doing that.
Yeah, any
Obviously,
manager can
yeah,
celebrate.
of course. Or when he screams or he's mad at a player, I'm okay with it. It's like, for example, like I forgot one thing that he did when he was back in Barcelona that I was like, so like, but whatever. The one recently here
it
when he
just
turns
irks
around
me.
and he
It
just
irks
goes
me.
and he goes to the camera and does a little thing, like it's just like so like cringe and
It's
just
cringe.
weird.
It's cringe.
Like, I don't
Guardiola's
know.
a cringy guy.
It doesn't really bother me, but whatever.
That's
yeah, you
fine.
love him.
You love the club, so I would hope it doesn't bother you. You love Guardiola. If it bothered you, then you wouldn't be loving Guardiola as much. But yeah, so let's talk about in some sad news. Well, not sad. I think it was a good game. Man U
your
tied
voice break?
1-1 against Wolverhampton.
Manchester United should have won that game, especially with Pogba missing that pen. By the way,
Yeah, I
I,
don't want to talk
Yo,
about
but wait. Who was it last week? They were saying that Pogba is better than Kevin De Bruyne.
I think he is better than Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh
I
my
think Bro would
God.
have scored that pen. But whatever, it's fine.
I'm not saying he would have or not would have or not. That's not English, but I'm not saying he would have or not.
Woulda,
But
shoulda,
what I'm
coulda.
saying is Pogba played very well, despite missing a penalty. Arguably he was up there. Tony Martial, like I love this guy. He's legit like a new signing. Like Brian said that about De Bruyne, and that's how I feel about Martial right
The difference is Martial got a lot of
So-
playing time last season. De
Exactly.
Bruyne didn't,
now. We signed Martial as a number 9.
and you
He
played him
never
on the wing.
played a number 9 role. We played him on the wing. We
On the
signed
first
Lukaku.
season, on the first season, he
He
did.
did.
Yeah,
And he played well.
yeah, he did.
Really
he,
well.
he did. I agree.
Balled out against Liverpool on his debut.
Yeah,
He played very well in the league. He scored 20. I think he was our leading scorer that year. And then we signed Lukaku next season. He gets winged out.
no, it was Ibra and then Lukaku.
Well,
right?
Ibra and then Lukaku. So he gets put on the wing. I don't think United need a striker.
I think they need midfielders.
I think they need midfield.
No,
More
they,
than
they
anything.
clearly need creative midfielders.
Yeah.
Rashford and Martial.
I think
top
Martial
is a
can
great
finish.
Partnership. Great partnership.
They might not be the best finishers, but they will definitely put in effort.
I think
and,
Martial's
like,
a better
hunt down for
striker,
those.
as in like in the box.
Yeah.
Rashford's a better finisher outside the box.
That makes no sense.
I mean,
I think.
but
'cause you're literally
but it's just
contradicting yourself.
you
by
cannot.
saying that.
I think Martial's
Finisher,
better. I
if-
think
if-
Martial's
if-
better in the box,
So he's a better finisher.
and Rashford is better outside the box.
Do you think?
Okay.
All right, but
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but,
I agree with that. Okay.
to be fair, but it's just Rashford's also horrible at free
Rashford
kicks.
should have taken. That's fine. I don't need him to.
Yeah,
take
you don't
free
need
kicks.
to
We
take
have
free
Pogba.
kicks.
Yeah, but Pogba doesn't take him. It's Rashford.
That's fine because he calls it, or I don't know how they work that out. But I think that Rashford should.
I mean,
take the
according
penalty.
to what they say, is that they apparently Rashford in training is like good at free kicks, but if he doesn't score
I
in
mean-
the
scored them
game,
he scored them in games before.
Yeah, he scored like 1 or 2 before, but it's
Yeah,
just the
no, he-
majority.
no, he doesn't
majority
have a-
he misses.
He
I
doesn't
mean,
have
it's
a
not
great
easy to
record.
score.
Yeah, it's not easy to score a free kick, especially in the Premier League.
No, yeah,
when
but
you
it's
have all
just
that pressure.
But it's just
Yeah,
they
if you
always
keep-
go over the bar.
yeah, if you sky them or just like
Look,
hit them like
I'm not
shit,
skying them. They're pretty close sometimes. There's been a couple that have been pretty close.
No,
that's
it's just that the
fine. If
majority
he
they
takes
go
all
over
of
the
them.
bar.
Consistently, no. He does not score free kicks.
Look, I'm not saying consistently score free kicks, but it's at least put them on target. The majority they go over the bar, from what I
Yeah.
see anyway.
But so I think United played well. We did have a lot of possession. It's something that I really enjoyed to see. I love Ole's look on the game right now and how he's making this United team line up. So United had 66% possession.
Yeah, Wall sparked the buzz.
Wolves sparked
Yeah, it's
the
fine.
buzz.
He had
United,
to.
United
Which
need a
is fine.
creative midfielder to like unlock defenses. That's what I need.
So United also had 6 corners to Wolves 4. They had 17 fouls to our 8. So I think that's pretty telling of how they played. And United overall had a lot more shots. We had 9 shots to their 6, but they had 2 on target. We had 2 on target. I think it was a good game, man. I was actually pretty happy for Wolves. I don't hate Wolves as a club. I think that they're a great club for the position that they are in now. And I was excited to see their players play well. Obviously, I wanted United to win. But, you know, things don't go the way you plan sometimes. I will say this. I'm very upset at the United fan base. A lot of people. I don't know if you guys have seen
Oh yeah, the
tweets.
racism towards Pogba for missing the pen, right?
A lot of people.
Racism?
Yeah,
Yeah,
racism.
on social
Blatant
media,
racism,
there's like a lot of racism
So
for Pogba.
especially specifically Twitter, there's a lot of racism going on about Pogba missing the penalty. A lot of people like using racial slurs.
Do you mind
against the
showing
guy.
like Chris some of the tweets? Not read them on here, but just show Chris some of the tweets.
Well, basically, what I was gonna do real quick is show the story on Twitter and show Chris how the players came out. To talk about it.
Yeah, no, I meant on the monitor, just like so Chris can see himself. You can still pull out the story. That's fine.
Give me one sec. But yeah, I think United played well. What do you guys think so far?
Look, they definitely dominated the game, but like I said, United needs someone to unlock defenses, someone like a Coutinho maybe. Definitely like a number 10 or at least a number 8 to help Pogba. Because Pogba can't do it by himself. Let's be honest.
Or give Pogba more freedom and let someone else do the defending.
No, dude, he had freedom.
Sign a number. You're saying like sign a.
Yeah, they need a creative midfielder, man.
I mean, how he's
I
playing
think I don't.
He's
You
playing
know what I think
like
our.
2,
You know
3,
what I
1,
think our
right?
issues were. You know what I think our issues were. The main issue.
What?
The main issue.
Okay, what's
The
the
main
main
issue
issue?
was Lingard.
Yeah.
But I don't think Lingard should have started.
Well, Lingard should never play. If I'm out.
No, yeah, I mean, he brings energy and the occasional long shot goal.
I don't think he should have played at all.
No, yeah, he's clearly not good enough for United.
He's just sold. But you know why he's there, right?
He's there.
Because Pogba's there.
Nah, not only that, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer seems to like him based on his interviews. I think he calls him
Yeah,
like.
you never. No manager's gonna
calls
touch
him
a
Lingy.
player.
Like, he legit calls him Lingy. Like, last season he
Yeah.
called
Well,
him
the
Lingy.
thing is, remember, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the end of his term with United as an older player,
Yeah.
Lingard was coming up in the academy, so might have had a relationship there, stuff like that.
Yeah, so you can argue,
So,
what
you
is
know,
it,
you can argue.
favoritism, right?
So this was real quick. I'm just
Maybe he
gonna
has like.
go over.
He thinks he could get better. I don't know.
Nah, he's 27. Lingard isn't getting any better.
I'm gonna
What do
go
you mean?
over
There's
real
been
quick.
players that
Yeah,
switch.
every player that have
Yeah, what are you
resurged
talking
at their
about?
late 20s. So I'm gonna quick go over real quick.
Maybe he moves them in a better position. Maybe
Like,
he makes them. Like,
So I'm gonna go over real
Well,
quick.
go on.
Man United's club statement. They actually came out and put out a statement about the situation about the Pogba thing. Says everyone as Man United is disgusted by the racial abuse aimed at Pogba, and we utterly condemn it. The individuals who express these views
freaking
do
Man
not
United
represent.
fans.
No, buddy. We know that there's worse fans in Europe that do not represent the views and values of the great club, and it's encouraging to vast majority of our fans to condemn this on social media also. A lot of the players came out calling for something to be done. Harry Maguire tweeted, disgusting, social media needs to do something about it. Every account that is open should be verified by a passport or driver's license. Stop these pathetic trolls making numerous accounts on Twitter to abuse people. And then Manchester United,
I don't think that
Manchester
should be
Uni-
done.
That should be done.
I don't think so.
I think that should.
What, punishing trolls?
No,
I think that
using your
you should-
driver's
you
license
should
to
use
open a
verification.
social
social
media?
media.
I think that it should require some sort of verification.
I mean, look, to be fair, that get rid of like a lot of trolls.
That
Like,
would.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Because there's an identity behind it now. The internet is a really anonymous place.
yeah.
So for example,
Yeah,
we
but
upload
why would-
videos. People hear our voice. No one knows what we look like. It's very anonymous. It's
like it.
cool. It's cool. Anonymity is definitely cool and intriguing, but it does come out when none of these people would have said racial slurs in
if
in
it was
real
Joe
life.
from down the block, yo, why are you
Yeah,
saying that?
yeah. If Pogba was walking down your block and you see him, you go, "Hey, you mother." No one's gonna say anything to Pogba.
I mean, did you not see a Chelsea game last season?
Well, yeah.
It was like 3 old guys. They said a few things. Who was it? It wasn't Kante. It was Willian, maybe?
So,
I remember.
Marcus Rashford tweeted, Manchester United is a family. At Paul Pogba is a huge part of this family. You attack him, you attack all of us.
Who said that?
Marcus
Marcus
Rashford. And then Jesse Lingard quote tweeted and said, completely agree. This can't carry on. We're all with you at Paul Pogba.
And they had said something too.
De Gea came out and said something as well.
Imagine the hair goes, yeah.
No, De Gea basically said, let me find that.
As
real quick.
captain, we do not
Yeah, he
agree
came
with
out with
the statements.
with
or
a
whatever.
strong message that I really liked actually, because De Gea, I love David De Gea. I think he's one of the reasons
Can't
that
wait till he leaves that club.
stop that.
It's his last year, right?
Yeah,
No,
probably.
it's
Yeah.
not
I
that.
think it is.
They're gonna get a contract extension.
You should probably go to PSG. PSG are looking for a goalkeeper, anyways.
They need a right back too.
PSG?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Pogba
Ah.
came out and said something about it.
What do you say?
He said, no, but this is an older quote from Pogba in June of 2019. He said, I'm sad about it. I'm not angry. I'm happy with myself. I have a Chinese friend, an Italian agent, a Brazilian lawyer, a Bolivian wife.
Oh, he has a wife?
Yeah, dog. He has a.
I'm French and Ghanaian. All my life, it's a different culture. So basically, he was just saying, that his life is very diverse and that he's not just French. That he goes beyond that. So I don't know, man. It's
Yeah, you're reading something completely different here.
What do you mean?
No, you literally just said that was set in June.
Yeah, that was in June.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the Oh, Marcus Rashford also tweeted enough now. This needs to stop at Twitter. So some blame towards Twitter. Pogba's wife is very beautiful, by the way. Brian just showed us a picture.
Yeah, she's. I just didn't expect them.
Don't.
No, like I don't mean this offensively. By the way.
She's very beautiful.
No, she is. She's gorgeous. Chris doesn't seem to agree, but I don't know. It's just he said what Bolivian, right? She looks nothing Bolivian. She looks more Russian, if anything.
Well, whatever.
Whatever. You
To
don't
each
know
his
what.
own. But
You know her ethnic background.
obviously, Pogba was very upset at the end of the match, putting his shirt over his head. I don't know if you guys saw those images. He was very, very distraught after the match, obviously blaming himself. Ole did come out and say, hey, it happens to the best of us. Marcus Rashford defended Pogba and saying that we don't have a designated penalty taker. A lot of people were criticizing that. But I think, stuff happens. And, in that moment in time, Pogba wanted to take the penalty and Marcus let him and respected his opinion. What do you guys think on that? You think the club should have designated penalty take?
No, I think Pogba's a great penalty taker. I don't think they messed up doing that.
The reason that people came out is because Pogba has missed, I think, 7 penalties in the last 2 seasons. Or 4 penalties in the last 2 seasons. I think that was a direct statistic. So Gary Neville actually came out and said, hey, Pogba shouldn't be taking penalties.
I mean, I think a club should have a designated penalty taker because it does eliminate a lot of confusion.
Yeah, but that also makes it easier for the opposing club to know who you.
To know, yeah, they could just watch that one guy take penalties.
All right, but it's just, then
the
at
thing
least
is
have one or two. Not,
do they have a great penalty taker though?
Marcus Rashford's okay.
Marcus Rashford is a great penalty taker.
Yeah, I saw.
Did you not see the one where he scored against Chelsea? So the keeper dove the correct way and he still saved it.
I saw a
He
tweet.
still won it.
Still saved it.
I saw a tweet.
Marcus Rashford saved it.
I saw a tweet a couple hours ago
guy.
that said that in a like a long time ago, like I think it's like maybe 10, 15 years ago, there was a game where
Oh, okay. By the way, this is De Gea's tweet. He said, as a captain, teammate, and athlete, there's no room for racism or discrimination.
there was a player who wanted a penalty, and then Roy Keane came and gave it to Ruud van Nistelrooy. I forgot who the player was that Roy Keane take it from, but it's just like, I'm okay with having like a designated penalty taker.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too, as long as. But like you said, I mean, I didn't know Rashford was that good of a penalty taker. I mean,
He's never missed a professional penalty.
I mean, yeah, he's played for like 3 years.
No, for 3 years. Actually, yeah, 4.
4 years, and he
4
played in
years?
the World Cup.
How many penalties has he taken?
I'm not sure.
Whatever, that doesn't really
But
matter.
besides the point, yeah. So we also had have some news coming out of United. Just to quickly gloss over that, because we can do this every week. We can talk about our clubs. United finally have some news on Alexis Sanchez, and it looks like Inter Milan want to sign him. And Lukaku has been messaging him, telling him, "Hey, come to Milan. It's pretty cool over here."
I honestly hope that
I
thing
hope
flops.
it does.
And I'm
stop
saying
that.
like I hope it
Stop
happens
that.
because I'm okay with United getting like
I don't know how they're
selling
gonna afford him.
that garbage. No, they're not gonna afford it. It's gonna be a
So-
loan.
Oh,
and
yeah, but still the wages.
no, they're not paying for their
United
wages.
pay
United are
50.
gonna pay for some of their wages.
United pay 50% of the wages, which is a huge let-off on United.
Just
No,
like
of course.
300. I don't think they can afford 300K a week, can they?
Who? It's
For-
still not 300K a week. He
Oh,
doesn't
no,
get
he's getting
650.
paid 350K.
Isn't it 600?
No, dude, he's not getting paid 600K
No,
a
but
week.
that's. I'm saying before
No.
tax. Before tax.
No, he's getting paid 350K a week.
I heard it was at least 500. I don't know. Before tax.
I don't know who told you that.
I heard after tax it was like 350. I don't know.
Well, I don't
All
know
I'm
if they can
saying
handle
is-
it, but if they can, then fuck them. Let them do it.
Yeah, and Lukaku hasn't made an impact at Inter, so I think that.
I mean, they haven't started the league yet. The league starts this weekend.
I think Lukaku is doing a great service to United.
No.
I dislike the way he left the club because I think he could have handled it better. He kind of forced himself out
No,
of
no,
it.
no. I mean, you guys also like kind of.
No.
But-
did you guys not hear what Ali didn't want to sell him? Ali said, "Oh, we're Manchester United. We don't have to sell players." And he said like 2 weeks later, and Lukaku goes,
Yeah, Lukaku forced himself out of the club.
"Yeah, he had to. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gone."
Exactly.
So, I don't like the way he left the club, especially the comments he's been making on social media afterwards. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the picture. He posted a picture of himself in the mirror with his
Yeah.
abs out.
Yeah,
He's
saying,
like,
"Oh, you guys
who
calling me fat?"
Who you calling fat now? Like a little emotional girl. I think that's very soft of him.
I thought the dish at you,
To
Ronald, because I
do.
know you called him fat one time.
I didn't call him fat. I think that he's strong. I've always thought Lukaku was a very strong player. But I think he got too strong for
Real
his own good.
strong.
No. Like I could have sworn this one time before we started the podcast. I think it was months ago. You said where he gained a lot of weight, and then you said,
Yeah, but gaining weight doesn't have to be fat.
All right.
I think he gained a lot of muscle, too much muscle.
Nah, I don't think it was muscle because
He looked really
no,
big.
Yeah, he gained
looked
way
big.
too much
It
muscle.
wasn't abs that he had before
No,
though.
I'm not saying abs. I'm saying like upper body strength.
Like, he
Like,
gained so much.
looked huge.
Isn't ab part
Don't
of
you remember
bodybuilding?
Everton Lukaku?
Yeah, he was.
No, yeah, but
he
he was,
was-
that was
he-
pretty slim. That was,
Yeah, he was
strong.
slim and
He was
fast.
strong, fast, and slim.
yeah. Then why do you gain all the weight just because?
Because he started gymming really, really hard. Lukaku is a gym head, man.
I think. I mean, there was also times where, I saw a couple games of him last season where actually before Mourinho got sacked,
He played,
and he
he
lifted his
played well
shirt
some
and he didn't
games.
like. I legit saw no ab. You know, it was
Yeah,
just,
I mean, you do know, like, during that picture, he probably flat started as well. If you're just walking around.
Yeah,
no.
like that.
It's just he was taking
Yeah,
off
when
the
he
switch.
was-
Yeah, okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you doing like this, clean, you're not like flex your
Yeah, like if
abs
you ever
and-
look at, for example, Ibra is a great looking footballer,
Mm.
and Ibra takes off his shirt in games and he looks like flat. He
No,
doesn't
but
have like defined abs like hard. But then
No.
when he's in a photo shoot, you see like pecs like built. So you know that obviously differs in the situation you're taking a picture in and stuff like that. But besides that, I'm thinking
'Cause you know he staged those abs like hard as fuck.
Lukaku is doing a great service to the club. I think he's doing a great job.
I think he'll
Agent
do well.
Agent Lukaku, thank you. I appreciate you. If you're listening to this, I don't think you are, but if you are, I appreciate your work for United. I appreciate you as a player at United and what you're doing for us afterwards. Take Sanchez with you, please.
I don't think he's going. I think it's possible, and I think it'd be great for Sanchez's career. But I
think Sanchez is
I
gonna
think
ride the
Sanchez
bench.
Has to
I
take
think
I think he has to take a pay cut. No, he won't ride the bench because other than Lukaku, who else do they have? Like, look, they're not gonna play Icardi. Icardi's gonna go.
No. I'm saying like I
Oh.
think Sanchez he's at a stage right now where I
He's
think he
riding
just
the
doesn't
bench at
care.
Inter?
He's no, I'm saying
Oh, no,
he'd
he
rather.
said he asked the club to leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he asked it. That was
Then
like one
He's
of
gonna have
the
to take a pay cut
one
then.
of the United pages I follow. They retweeted it was like I think it was the Daily Telegraph or something, and they literally said Alexis Sanchez has asked United to leave.
Then he's gonna have to take a pay because I don't think
Well,
Inter
he's
are
not
gonna.
gonna take a pay cut for this season
Yeah, 'cause,
the
Man
terms
United
are
are gonna
Inter
match
pays,
some of it.
Pays half.
All right,
And-
but he still has like what 3 more years in the contract, right? Or 2
yeah,
more
no,
years?
no, that the contract is for I think it was a 2-year loan.
No, it was a
Or
1 year loan.
1 year loan. So,
So
what
if it's
about
a
the
one,
other 2
but
years?
I think it was a 1-year loan with the option to buy.
I don't think they're gonna buy.
I don't think they are, but it'd be cool.
It all depends on how he does this
On
year.
how he does,
if,
yeah.
If he does,
If he goes to the Serie A and balls out, obviously he would have to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants that, but I'm pretty sure I think Alexis Sanchez is one of those guys that he wants to be successful on at football, not just the financial aspects. Obviously, money
I
matters.
respect that because that's not what
Obviously
a certain
money-
other Welshman at another big club wants to do. Apparently.
Obviously, money matters. No one is saying that money doesn't matter, but I think that he's at a point where he's like, I make a lot of money and I've made a lot of money, and I think I
He
can.
wants playing time.
I
right?
want playing time. I want to be part of a team. And
I respect that. I respect
And
that.
you know what? I'm gonna say this. Big ups to Oli because he's the only manager that we've had since Alex Ferguson left to say, you know what? If you're not gonna be a part of my team and you're not gonna be a contributing factor in this team, I don't need you.
Look, to be fair, I respect that because
He's dropped
he got
Smalling and Jones
And he got rid of-
back-to-back games. They haven't been on the bench. They haven't even gone to the stadium.
then
They've been chilling at home.
no. Then who was their fourth center back? Because I know they had Rojo. But who
probably just calling like a youth player or something.
They literally
Oh,
he has actual Tuanzebe on the bench.
That's what it was. That's what. It was.
So who if you're not with him, you're against him. And I love that attitude, man.
To be
I
fair,
think that
I
a lot of
respect that.
managers need that.
He got rid of Fellaini too in the first month.
Yep. I think a lot of managers need that. I think that this summer we might see them gone. And honestly, the day that happens, party at my house. You're all invited. I'm gonna get destroyed. I'm gonna get hammered, and I'm gonna celebrate. But I think that besides that, let's talk a little bit about the
Serie A.
Serie A.
Yeah.
So Serie A starting up this weekend. I have not looked at the schedule yet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Do you mind if I start?
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm
Brian.
really looking forward to the first match. It's Parma versus Juventus this Saturday, and it's at noon here in the Eastern Standard Time, and I'm really looking forward to that. Chris, I don't know if you want to fact check for me, or unless you remember, when was the last time Parma was in the Serie A? It was a very long time ago. I know they have a decent looking side this season, but I obviously expect Juventus to win this because obviously they signed
Chris, who do you think wins the Serie A this year?
Oh, it's put on that gonna be
Juve, right?
No, Parma have actually been in Serie A last year too.
Oh,
but,
the last year. Oh, sorry.
yeah.
But
But
before
yeah,
that,
they did make a very quick like they went from Serie D to Serie A in a matter of
they-
like 6 years.
I
or
think
something
they
like
went
that.
up in like 4 seasons in a row they promoted.
exactly.
They
Yeah.
made a quick climb back. But no, yeah, last year they already played in Serie A. Yeah, I think Juve secured the league again this year.
Again?
Yeah, look at their
I don't
signings,
think
man.
anyone can challenge the league.
No,
Dude,
look-
they have a
No,
They're-
they have the
bro,
best
their
young center
bench-
back in the world, right? They have Delict.
their
Right?
bench is literally any club in Europe. Their bench could start in many clubs in
Okay,
Europe.
so listen. So they were bankrupt in 2015 and refounded in Serie D. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
secured a record 3 straight promotions to
Yeah.
return to Serie A in 2018. So they
Yeah.
returned last
Yeah,
year.
Yeah.
there we go.
Still, huge club. A lot of history. A lot of great players have come from this club.
Yeah, of course.
We had Hernan Crespo play for the club. I think it was.
Yeah.
So a lot of cool. Claudio Ranieri managed the.
No,
this
Parma's a
club.
huge city. So
Oh,
Parma
also,
always had,
huge club.
Buffon
Yeah.
came from them, right? Did
yeah,
he come from
yeah,
their academy?
Parma
Right?
came from
So, what do you guys think? You really think no one can challenge? Not
Look,
a Napoli, a Milan.
I mean, to be honest
Uh,
with you,
Like,
Napoli.
I think Inter. Yeah, actually
Inter?
Napoli. Yeah.
Napoli is the only team that could, but the thing is with Napoli that it pisses me off. They did very well spending money on a good manager like Ancelotti, but Ancelotti
And then they
needs
get Lukaku.
players. Huh? Napoli.
Napoli, sorry.
But they need player, and
They do have
they're
a lot of talent up front, though.
bro, but
I
they
think
don't.
need to
They're
defend-
so
but they signed-
stingy. They're
They
so.
signed.
They signed Manolas, but Manolas.
Manolas, yeah.
Okay, that's fine, but
That's a great signing for
it
them.
is a good signing because Manolas and Koulibaly. But the thing is,
they
Manolas
might
is not
sign,
consistent. He's not consistent.
Lozano.
Yeah, I did see that. That's
No, he's in Napoli right now.
they're
according to reports.
they're apparently gonna do some medicals by the end of the week. Yeah,
That's
apparently.
awesome.
No, it's good, but I feel like they should. I don't know. I just feel like they should spend.
All right, Chris.
A
Let's
little
talk
more.
about your club. Let's get you excited. What do you
Alright.
think?
I'm not excited.
What do you think?
I am
they
very
finish?
mad.
What do you think the Milan finish?
To be
If
fair,
we're lucky, fifth.
If you're lucky, fifth.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
So you don't think the manager can pull up something?
The
and
thing is,
get
I'm-
fourth at least.
I'm not. I wasn't so ecstatic when we signed the manager. He wasn't like. He's not a like exciting football type of manager. So
who is your new manager, by the way?
Gianpaolo.
I've
He
never
used
heard
to,
of.
he used to manage Sampdoria in Serie A like the last 2 years, I believe,
Yeah.
or 3 years. He
Where'd they
definitely
fin-
managed them last year, but I'm not sure how long he's been at Sampdoria. What's up?
Where'd they finish last season? Do you remember? Sampdoria?
Sampdoria didn't finish too bad, and I mean he's the one that made Quagliarella become like good again.
So he
So-
managed Sampdoria and before that Empoli.
So he's not a like he has a lot of like
He's managed a lot of
Experience.
teams.
yeah. He
But
has a
they've
lot
all
of
been
experience.
Italian teams.
No, I'm okay with that because he has experience in the Serie A, which
At
is
least he
something
knows
we
the
need.
league, yeah.
Exactly, and we're not trying with like another like,
He's from Switzerland.
and we're not trying. Okay, thank you for the random
don't know, I
fucking
just-
stats.
No,
sorry.
it's
Fun
fine.
fact.
It's fine.
Fun fact.
That's fine. It's fine.
All right, so like yeah, he we're trying with a manager that has experience, not someone that's just let's get him out of
Hey,
nowhere.
his win percentage with Sampdoria is kind of trash.
It's
he only
garbage,
won
yeah,
39
I know.
games.
But fine,
39% of his
he's
games.
had a very small
Uh,
club. I'm not
yeah.
expecting anything crazy.
We'll see.
What I'm afraid of is I'm not too sure about this manager. I'm hoping for the best because he plays according to what I've seen with Sampdoria and what I've read.
He plays pretty attacking
He
football.
plays a touch pass football.
Yeah,
So
I think that'll be successful for.
I don't
Milan.
think so. I don't
Yeah,
think
at
we have
least
the
it'll be
players for that. I
entertaining,
don't
you
think
know?
we have the players for that. I don't give a fuck about entertaining. I want to win.
Oh, so you'd rather park the bus and,
Yeah,
and
if
win
that
one
means
rather
round?
if we win,
rather
if that means we win the league or we win to Champions
I
League.
don't
Yes,
know, man.
do.
I think you guys do have the players for it.
No, we don't.
Like,
To win the league, no, but get fourth. Get fourth.
To play that type of football. I
Oh.
think you do.
He wants to play a
Well, Magnoli's a great
4-3-1-2.
passer.
He wants to play a 4-3-1-2. Okay, so that means no wingers. So
Basically
what does that
4-4-2,
mean?
right? Basically.
For-
Suso doesn't have to play the win.
No, Suso's been playing in friendly. He's been playing as Cam, but
I like that.
it's very obvious.
Make
But
him
we've
central.
tried him as Cam before,
It didn't work.
and it hasn't worked. Apparently, according to Gianpaolo in training, he's seeing a very good Suso. I don't know what the fuck that means because every time we see him in games, yeah, he plays ball, but he always tends to go
He
on
doesn't
his
make an
right
impact?
wing.
Yeah.
No. He always goes back to the right
Skirts
wing.
to-
Yeah,
skirt.
and he leaves the midfield kind of like weak
Goes
because there's no one else in that
empty.
fucking midfield. If we had someone else, the bad thing also is that we had three of our midfielders have played like we're playing in summer competitions, so we weren't really able to see them like Paquetá, Kessie, and Benacer.
Yep.
Our new
They're playing.
signings, Benacer. So Benacer, Kessie played in the African Cup.
So are you looking
And
forward
Paquetá
to
played in
Duarte?
No, I'm not looking forward to Duarte. The only one I'm really looking for of our new signing is Benacer and Leao.
What about Lucas Hernandez, man?
Oh, yeah, but he got
Theo.
injured. No. I was super excited when I saw him
Yeah,
play
he was
against
playing
Bayern
great.
Munich. Bro, my dick hard.
Okay.
No, he was super.
TMI.
He was super good. Like I really enjoyed. Like we needed that type of player, and then he got injured. We're gonna expect him back maybe September. If we
That's
get him,
not bad.
if we get him like up to
It's like
speed.
another week or two, right?
Yeah, I mean like mid-September. So maybe
Oh.
like
So
3 weeks,
you're gonna
3
miss
4
like
weeks.
3 or 4 games.
Yeah,
without him.
which
Which I think that you guys can manage. The first 4 games tend to be like teams are getting themselves back into the league and back into fitness. They're kind of like the first week of school where you don't really do much, but you gotta like pay attention.
What
kinda.
I think the bad thing about this is that our first few games are definitely gonna be our old squad. It's definitely gonna be our squad from last year, trying on a new system. The reason being because all of our new signings
Ranger.
just
Just got there.
joined the club.
Oh, okay.
So they're not gonna. There's no way they start immediately.
I think they're gonna surprise you, Chris.
I hope so. I mean,
Yeah, I think they'll reach at
Some
least fourth.
optimism, man.
Chris, by the way, how long are I know Milan got transfer banned, right?
no, we didn't win.
Oh, sorry.
No, they didn't get
we
transfer banned because
we
they
opted out.
and now
Oh,
they're not
no.
in the Europa League,
We
Alright.
opted out of the Europa League because our main object,
which I think is great for their season.
Wait, so when does FFP reset for them? Like when can they sign players?
No,
again?
No,
they
we
never-
could
they
sign
never
players.
got-
We're
they
signing
never got
players.
banned.
We're not
No.
banned.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like they have like a
They just
There's
missed
no limit.
out on
We-
the Europa League this
Yeah.
year. That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
That's it. That's all that happened. They just missed out on Europa.
Okay,
League.
so it like
So
makes-
which is
that-
good for them because now they only have to focus on two or three competitions.
Two competitions.
Two.
yeah, the league and the cup, right?
The league and the cup, which I think is good for them.
So by doing
can
that,
snag a
it gives
cup
them
win.
3 more years to like rebalance their financial status.
3 years.
Yeah.
3 years to
So-
rebalance.
Something like that.
So like
something like that.
like how much can they spend like
But
let's say
the thing is
next
that
summer?
the thing
How
is
much?
that no. It all depends on how much you make and
Yeah,
like,
remember the
financial
financial fair play
that's
works
how it
100
works.
million over your it's over your profit.
So pretty much
Better
like
buy those shirts, Chris.
We already did.
Nah,
welcome.
Chris hasn't bought a Milan shirt in years, right?
I got him. one.
yeah, he got me one.
I got
Oh,
him.
oh, you got him?
Romagnoli
I got
shirt,
one,
yeah, for his
I love it
birthday.
actually.
The newest
Cool.
one or the
Yeah,
one
I
from
got
last
him the newest jersey from this season with Romagnoli's number on the back.
Oh, that's
really cool.
nice of you,
Pretty
man.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, man. A little
Oh,
early,
it's
but
Yeah.
way
Like a
early.
butter-
it's like a month away. But
Yeah.
Oh, more than
you
a
know,
month.
I wanted to get it before the season.
No, it's fine, man. Fair
No,
play.
But yeah, so by the way, I also got a Pogba jersey. It hasn't gotten here yet. United, what are you doing? Chris has got here in like 5 days. Mine's still not here. Just quick.
Wait, where'd you order yours from?
From the United's website.
United's website.
Yeah, I got a Paul Pogba jersey, long sleeve, the new one with the big patch.
Oh, okay,
Dope.
gotcha.
But yeah, so Serie A, I think we're gonna see the fall of a big team this year.
The only way that we see Juve
What
fall
big
is
team?
if
I think Roma's
Napoli.
not gonna perform as well.
Oh hell,
They let way too many players go and not signed enough backups.
I'm not too happy about their manager.
They let Manolas go.
They still have,
They let De Rossi go. They let a lot of players that had an impact
No,
on
but
the team.
they signed players, so
Yeah, but they didn't sign players to the caliber. Like no one's going to
No.
Roma going, oh my god, look at that lineup. It's not happening, you know.
No, for sure. I hope Inter do well this season. I think they'll probably reach. They reached third last season, right?
yeah.
I think Inter
I-
challenge for the title this year.
No, man. They only signed. Look, if they sell Icardi for at least 100 million, they
They're
make a
not
few
gonna
more
sell
signs.
him
They're
for
not gonna
100
sell
million.
him for 100
Then
million.
if they get, do you think they'll trade him for Dybala? Because I don't think Icardi's staying.
I don't think Dybala wants to
I
go to
think
Inter.
Icardi has to go to a team in the Premier League.
Did you see what
I
Icardi
want him
did?
to go to the
Did you see what
Premier League.
Icardi
It's too
did
late
when they played the
January.
friendly? When they played the
So
friendly,
you
Icardi
guys
scored.
gonna ride the pine for Jen?
I think he's gonna play
Yeah, I'll play, but
No, he won't play.
at all.
No, he won't play. If Icardi stays, he's not playing. They made
no,
that
no,
very
I'm
clear.
talking about Dybala.
Oh, Dybala?
Yeah.
Oh, Dybala could definitely play. And Dybala, the thing about Dybala is, I don't know if you guys saw the match he played in a friendly recently.
Oh
he
yeah, I
play-
saw the chip, right?
You saw the chip? Yeah, it was
That's
beautiful.
Disgusting.
But did you see the celebration he did afterwards?
Oh no, I didn't. What was the celebration he did?
He pretty much lifted up his name on the back of his shirt and
Yeah.
went right to a camera saying that he and pointed at the jersey, like the badge, and at his like number and his name. So pretty much saying that he wants to stay there and he wants to compete for a spot. And honestly, if I was Dybala, I would not leave in Juve. Juve is probably one of the teams where you could definitely push and win for a Champions League, and that's what he thinks he wants to do. I think what he wants to do.
Let me
He's
ask you,
a pretty
Chris.
young player, so
I mean, yeah, he's like what 25, 26, right?
he's 25.
But
Yeah.
do you think Ronaldo definitely stumped his growth?
I don't think so. I don't think it was.
What do you think caused his like decline this season? I think he only scored like what 5 goals or something.
I think they changed up the system and he felt like left out, and I feel like Allegri didn't see him as like
Necessary?
I guess, but I don't know. It's just weird because when you have a player of the caliber of Dybala, I feel like you have to make space for him. I don't know.
Yeah, but look, let me ask you something, Chris. I saw his stats from his best season ever with you.
Yeah.
And it's like his best season ever, period. Not just with Juventus
Yeah,
and
yeah. In Palermo.
And Palermo. It was
Mhm.
just ever. It was 22 goals and I think like 8 assists or
Mhm.
or something like that. And it's
Mhm.
just like he's an attacking midfielder, but
Okay.
it's basically like
He's like a center
but he
forward.
doesn't really create, you know?
He creates a lot. I don't know
Yeah,
what
he
you mean.
creates, but I mean his assist numbers are really they're not that good.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, and it's just like my concern with Dybala is just like if you're gonna play that number 10 role, which you supposedly are, Because I think he's more of a number 9, even though he's rather short at 5'9".
He doesn't play a number 9. He plays a number 10 very
No,
well.
I know, but it's just like I'm not. I'll be honest. I don't watch that many Juve games. Maybe mostly in the Champions League and the odd Juve versus Inter, Juve versus Milan. But it's just like, if you only have your best ever season, you only got like 8 assists or 6 assists or 5 assists. I forgot what the exact number was, but it was less than 10 assists. Dybala. And it's just like that's your best ever season. Like,
No, but the thing is,
how
that
can you consider yourself a creative? You
he
barely
is.
got assists.
You can't base
He's
it
a
off stats.
He's a second. He's a second striker.
I don't
Yeah,
think
so
you can base
if-
it off stats.
So he's not a
dude.
number 10. He's a second striker. Is what you're saying, Ronald, right?
I think he's more of like
His best. No, he's not a cam. I don't think he plays very
No,
well.
I think
he
he's
plays-
a center forward to a second striker. Like,
Yeah, that's
he's
his
someone that
best-
needs like a Mario Mandzukic in front of him,
Alright.
so that he can be successful.
play off of it.
Like
yeah.
a Griezmann.
Yeah. So like,
I think his perfect comparison is Griezmann.
all right, Chris is trying to tell me that he's a creative player. And I'm not
Well,
saying
no,
he's
no.
not, but I'm just saying he doesn't
He's
create.
Not, no, but I mean like
He doesn't
I
got-
don't
have the
think
numbers.
I don't think Chris means like creative is in like.
He's not gonna
Ozil,
put him stats.
You know,
like he's not gonna
But
put him.
I think he means like he adds creative flair to the team because people have to look at him differently. Like he's not just a striker that he can just like.
He's not gonna sit inside the box
Exactly.
and ask for the ball.
So he's gonna
He's
set
gonna-
up plays.
he's gonna
like,
track
he might
back.
he might.
You're gonna see him behind the midfield,
Exactly.
asking for the ball and pushing that ball forward.
Yeah.
Like he's done that before.
Nah, he's a great player, man. Dybala.
No,
is,
he is. I'm just saying because like he had a horrible season last season, so it's just
Well,
like.
it's not horrible. He barely played.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
He
Like,
barely
they
played.
just didn't want to play him, and they
Oh.
played him in weird spots. They played him.
Yeah,
like,
and they play him on the wing.
I think they should play him right behind Ronaldo.
Yeah,
the thing
but
is that Ronaldo doesn't want. He won't. Ronaldo wants to play as a winger and then cut in like he always does.
But wasn't he playing forward? Like,
No,
wasn't
no,
playing
he
striker?
was still
I
a
don't know,
winger.
man.
yeah, because Mandzukic is playing striker.
Yeah,
right?
Mandzukic is striker, and that's how it works for Ronaldo. Same thing how it worked in Real Madrid with Benzema. He was a winger in Real Madrid, but Benzema like would switch out
Yeah.
and then let Ronaldo be striker. And Benzema being a good passer and player with the ball as he
Mandzukic is that.
works out.
I think Mandzukic is a great passer. I just don't think Mandzukic is the man Benzema is.
Oh no doubt.
Mandzukic is a great player, man.
He's a
Mandzukic
great
fits
player.
the system
He's
very well.
utility player.
No, yeah, he
Yeah.
he works very
You
hard.
don't even
for-
put Mandzukic on the wing and he plays well. It's weird.
Yeah, he played as a right back once and he played well. Like
Yeah, he's a great player. But no, I think Juventus play well this season and win the league. But I think someone's gonna give him a serious challenge. I think either an Inter, a Napoli.
Napoli are the only one. Like I'd love for
I
Inter to
think
challenge,
Inter,
but it's
Inter
just.
can challenge.
All right, look. All right, speaking about
Inter
Inter,
can challenge.
what happens to Icardi? Like, Chris, give us your thoughts around. Like, what do you think happens to Inter? Sorry, Icardi this season.
Oh,
Well,
I don't think.
I don't know if
he
you've seen Icardi actually
Do you think he's
switched.
staying, Chris?
No,
Ron?
I think he has to go. But I think Icardi got recently switched his number to number 7, which I found really weird because Sanchez is number 7.
No, they didn't
they-
switch. They robbed it and they gave it to Lukaku.
No. He
they
asked for
loan-
number 7. Like
Oh,
they
yeah?
give him a number,
Wait.
random number, and he
Can
asked,
they-
"Give me number 7."
Can they loan him to a Premier League club? No, right?
Yeah, they.
they
No,
can
no, it's
loan
too
him,
late.
no.
Too late for Premier League.
But
They can loan him to a La Liga club.
Okay. So he can get loaned to La Liga or the Bayern or
Any-
like any Bundesliga.
Yeah, but I mean Bayern have
Why
Lewandowski. They
doesn't
don't.
imagine Icardi at Dortmund?
No.
Nah, they can't afford. I don't think they do all the Zigo. Plus, they already have like Royce and.
They have a
Imagine.
set. They have a set attack. Like they don't need.
I know, but still, like, just imagine the scenes.
if anything,
That'd be awesome,
PSG. I think he
PSG?
could. I think
Oh,
he
yeah,
could replace.
if
He
Neymar
could
goes,
replace
then
Cavani very well.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I think Icardi is a great player.
But aren't PSG still dealing with FFP
I just
issues?
think
That's why they have to
Icardi
sell
is
some
Yeah.
players.
a terrible
yeah.
person, but he's a great player.
No, I mean if they sell Neymar, they can without a doubt PSG can afford Icardi.
Yeah, but the thing is that do you think Neymar's gonna go now? You
Oh,
really
it's
think
It's
that
possible.
Neymar's gonna make a move?
Supposedly Barca want to get Neymar on loan and then
How do you feel
option.
about this real quick. Bleacher Report
Yeah, I've
reported
seen
2
it,
days
I've seen
ago Adriano Galliani would take Mauro Icardi at AC Milan.
Yeah, that'd be possible. 'Cause I know he wants to stay in Milan. Like he loves the city. So
Yeah, he likes the city, and he recently put up a post saying, "Oh, I'm building my home here," and he's taking like he was with a hard hat. He's showing blueprints about his new house in Milan. So people are saying, "Oh, he's not gonna leave. If this guy's building a freaking house, like a
Yeah.
brand new house."
Chris,
So,
how'd you
would
feel if
How'd
Icardi?
you feel?
I think it'd be stupid.
Why?
We literally just we signed Leao, who's a striker. We have Piatek, who's a pretty good
Oh,
striker.
Yeah, I think that would be a terrible signing for Milan.
I don't think we need to spend money for his wages and for his like actual like price.
Well,
But we
what-
could sign other positions.
What if we
I
had
mean,
a
he has the better
Piatek and
players.
Icardi strike force with Sousa behind them? Can
Bro, no, that wouldn't work because Piatek and
Yeah,
Icardi
that's
are like
very
the same thing.
Box dominant.
Yeah,
box
like
dominant
they're like
striker.
very similar strikers.
Yeah, they're very
They
similar
would
in
just,
the
like,
fact that
clash
they
against each
they
other.
love being inside the box and attacking the ball.
You don't think one can learn to like?
Adapt.
Yeah, they can play like a. I mean,
Icardi definitely would not, because Icardi literally just
I
sits
mean,
there. But if he gets the ball, he's.
I mean, they said the same thing with Lacazette and Aubameyang.
No, 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 no.
No, because Aubameyang
Has played wingers
shared
before.
possession inside the box before. Like, look at Dortmund. It was him and Royce attacking.
Well, yeah, to be fair, yeah,
And he's
I
even
get
played
it.
as a winger. He's even
Him
played
and
as a winger.
Lewandowski attacking.
No, yeah, but
He's even played winger back in France.
Yeah.
no, he did.
Yeah,
That's
so
right. But like,
he's.
I'm just saying, he didn't
And
really.
Lacazette as well. Lacazette was the main man at Lyon.
Didn't they sign Aubameyang after?
Like I said, yeah, they did.
No.
They
Yeah,
signed Lacazette first, then came Aubameyang.
No. I'm talking about like Dortmund. Like, didn't they have
No, they had Aubameyang and Lewandowski too.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
For one season, at least.
yeah. For one season, that's what it was.
It
Yeah,
was for one season.
Yeah.
They played really well.
Yeah.
But
So-
then Royce got injured.
that's right.
That's always what happens to Dortmund. Royce gets injured.
Actually,
Whatever,
last
man.
season
played
He
very
played
well.
it, yeah, played
Yeah,
almost
like,
like
little
every.
no-turner.
Yeah,
and he was world class again. Man.
yeah.
Yeah, like
That man, he should have had a World Cup.
yeah. Not only that, I feel bad for his career. Like, dude, he had so many injuries, and
He's so good though.
Yeah, but like,
Royce is one of those players that like what would have happened. You know, you never know until.
no,
Yeah, but now Dortmund got Hummels back. You know?
Yeah, Dortmund looking good, man.
no, yeah, they're looking amazing. I hope they can challenge Bayern this season. Like,
They will.
I hope they actually win because I know Bayern are looking really out of shape. They have a game against Schalke this weekend. I hope they lose or tie. But
Ryan's a Bayern hater.
So am I. So am I.
Bayern are the City
I don't
version.
hate them.
Bayern are the Bundesliga City.
No,
That's literally what they
No,
are.
no. What?
No, because they don't like to
No.
spend money. City does.
No, but it's not even close. Bayern is a club of history.
No,
You're
City
right. You're
is-
right. You're right.
Go after yourselves. That's City.
Yeah,
Like
City
that-
have no history.
All right, what does history do for you guys? Like,
What do you mean? No,
matters,
I'm just
Brian.
fucking with you.
It
No,
matters.
no. Obviously,
Oh, look, history matters.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but
'Cause
I'm just
you
saying it's not
wouldn't-
everything. Look at
Alright.
Liverpool. Liverpool has City, but the dudes,
They have City.
That history.
They have history.
yeah.
Yeah, it matters. When people talk about the best English club, they don't mention Manchester City.
All right, but like, what's more important, the history or what's happening right now?
Well,
But they
the
both
thing is that
matter.
the
I
thing
think
is-
they're equal.
I'm not saying they
What-
don't
what-
matter.
this
I'm
is
saying
what his- this
what
is
matters
what-
more.
This is what
I'm
history
saying
does for you, but this is what history does for you.
50-50. I think more like 80-20.
This is what history does for you, though.
Yeah, I think. Look, Chris. All right, go ahead.
80-20.
I think
what
history.
the-
I think history. What it does for a team is it builds a strong fan base.
Yeah, dude.
And when you try to gain those new fans, it's easier for you
Oh,
because you have that
But
history
they're making
behind
history
it.
now. City
Listen,
is making history.
listen,
now.
That's why
Listen,
that's why
Brian.
Man City struggle sometimes filling the stadium. A
tell
club
you
like
this
Man
right
City
now.
should not
I'ma
have
tell
that
you this
issue.
right now. I didn't want to bring this up, but I'm gonna talk about it.
Go ahead.
So the other day, after the United game,
Yeah.
I was yesterday. Today, this is Tuesday, August 20th. We're recording this, so you'll see it a little bit later. But so United drew, and I was like a little sad or whatever. And then I started going online because I'm planning on going to Manchester hopefully this year. That's like one of my big goals this year to
No
go to
invite?
Manchester and watch a game.
Wait, like this year, 2019 or 2020?
2020,
All right, yeah.
like
Let me
2019, 2020.
let me know.
We'll see. Yeah, all right. But yeah, so that's one of
The
my
weekend
goals.
league
this
in
year.
Manchester.
Yeah, we do a podcast from Manchester. Oh my god. We meet up with the United
Oli.
stand. Oh my god. But what's it called? Nah. I think United are a great club, man. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because so after the game, I got home. I was like dead tired or whatever. I got on YouTube and started watching some highlights. Cause like I had seen the 2007 jersey. Someone put it up on a website to sell.
Oh,
I wanted to buy it. It was their number 7 Ronaldo long sleeve.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That one's really nice.
So I was gonna with the AIG on it.
Yeah,
with the Nike
it was
swoosh.
when they won the
Won the
Champions League.
Champions League,
Yeah,
yeah,
2008. Yeah.
2007, 2008. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was that jersey, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh man, like this is such a cool jersey.
How much
like,
was it,
that'd be
by the
so dope. It was like $80.
Oh, it's not bad.
Not bad at all. So and I go on YouTube and I watch the highlights again of that game, and like I literally got chills, Brian. Chills. Like I was shaking. I was here in my office, and I was watching the game, and I was like screaming like if I was there. And I remember watching United win on the penalties, and literally like my whole body was shaking. And that's what history does, man. I'm a fan that I didn't watch United before because I was alive during 2007, but I didn't watch soccer.
Yeah.
So when you clubs have history, you can go back to that and like, you know, relive those moments that that fans live. So now, let's say I do go to Manchester one day, right? I go to Manchester and I'm there at Old Trafford and I know what it feels like to see these players perform. And like when Pogba scored that double against City in 2016,
No, it was
2017 or 18, whatever.
It's 2018, yeah, because
Yeah.
they won the league the game after, yeah.
Yeah, so when Pogba scored that double, I was screaming. When Martial scored this goal against Wolverhampton, I was in the middle of my job screaming. Like I was so excited. So that's what history builds, man. Like it's cool to see these teams come up. And look,
The
like,
passion isn't as there.
I trash City all the time because like they're a club that doesn't sell tickets and stuff like that. And obviously, like there's a club that's successful right now. No one can deny that. No one can deny City's success. But you know, like if you go back and like let's say you want to go, oh, let's see what City were like in 2007. You're gonna see 8-1 versus Middlesbrough.
Yeah, I agree, but it's just like
So history does something for you, man.
no.
Look
I
at
agree.
Milan. Milan, right now, you can consider them a fallen giant.
Yeah, that's
Easily.
true. That's true.
Okay, but you go and you talk to a Milan fan, and all they're gonna talk to you about is the club's history and what that Rossoneri means to them. Like I talked to Chris's dad, who, by the way, Chris's dad was born in Italy. His whole life he watched Milan. Like the man idolizes Baresi like a god, and
Is he
like
really?
and like you know, like when I talk to him about it, like I get excited because I'm like, yo, this guy's so passionate about his club and about his team, and like every moment of the day, he's there talking about like whenever I talk to him about soccer, he always talks to me like I told, oh, how do you feel about Milan right now? Yeah, Pacho mierda. Like he talks shit about him because he's like, bro, like this club is so much better than this, and they're so much better than what we're at right now. And he like looks to the past and like he feels bad because
No,
his
dude.
club isn't there now.
Dude, I agree because like look, I like City, right? But it's because look, I like watching English football, but they're not my main team. My main team is Real Madrid, and it's always been since like 2000. When I saw Ronald, the way you feel about watching old Manchester United highlights, I'm the same. I get excited whenever I see Zidane's goal against Bayer Leverkusen 2002 to win the Champions
the
League
volley.
final. Yeah, the volley. I get chills as well.
But that's that's what history does, man. And that's like, like I'm not saying the City aren't making history now. Of
Yeah.
course they are. Like,
Yeah,
no
exactly.
one's denying that. But the thing is, like, right now as a City fan, like if you're a genuine City fan right now, like you're not. You can't say, "Oh, I've been a fan forever."
No, of course. Look, you're right. You're absolutely right. Of course. For example, I only pick City because, like, look, I've always been neutral watching the Premier League. I've always had like favorite players. I used to like Ronaldo. I used to like Makelele when he was at Chelsea. I used to like watching Rio Ferdinand at Man United. I like watching Tevez,
Vidic.
Rooney, Vidic.
I'm saying this right now. This is quick,
Yeah.
like offshoot. That
18?
2007, 2008 United team might be one of the best teams ever made.
No, yeah, and dude, I love watching Robin van Persie at Arsenal. He was amazing. I love watching
Amazing.
Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp. Like I said, I've always been like
Robert
neutral.
Pires,
But
the
it-
Invincibles.
Like, the reason why I picked City is because in 2012, literally, I was just watching the last game of the Premier League because if City win, they win the league. If they don't win,
United
United win. Look,
Yeah.
if City draw or they lose,
And
United win the
and
league.
United won their game.
Literally, I was like, I can tell you where I was. Right, I was at a restaurant with my dad, and I was just watching the game we were eating. I was talking to my dad one eye, and I was keeping one eye in the game. Literally, when I saw that Aguero goal, and I saw was it Martin Tyler go Aguero, I was like, yeah, like if I had to pick a Premier League team, this would be it, and that's why I support City. So
No, look, I understand.
that's history, It's been 7 years
That's
since
history for like a very short time.
Yeah.
it's it's relatively historic
yeah,
to that team. But that's the thing, like that's the thing. That's why history matters, and history draws attention, man. Draws players to your team.
it does.
Look at a team like Liverpool. Liverpool made so many signings without Champions League football,
Just because they were
just
Liverpool.
because they're Liverpool FC. You never walk alone.
Yeah, but at the same time, that works both ways. Because look what happens now. There was players who rejected United, especially
That's
Dybala.
fine. I don't want them.
because they're not doing well this season.
That's fine.
Like I said, the
They're-
present.
Those people, those players that do that,
Yeah.
those are the players I don't want at my club. You wanna know why? Because those are the players that are there when the club is doing well. But the moment the club is doing bad, they want to leave.
Yeah.
Those aren't players I want.
Yeah, but then you get players like Daniel James. So look, I'm saying, look,
Yeah,
he
Daniel
had
James
he
is
had
a
poor
great
game
player.
poor game the other day. I mean,
I would argue no.
look, all right, but at the moment,
I would argue against you saying that he had a poor game. I think he had a great game.
a lot of fans are saying. I'm just look, I watched the game, but a lot of the fans agree with me saying that they were having a bad. He was having a at least
So how
below
do you-
average game.
So
I
he's
don't
a
blame him
winger.
for it, though,
I
'cause
don't.
he's
I
not
don't
Yeah,
blame him.
no, he's a young player. I'm not saying he's terrible.
So
he can go up to be
he's
world
a
class.
winger, and that's something United were missing. We had some missing gap
I
in the
agree.
right side of the field.
I agree.
And him and Wan Bikasa together that game, I think they played well, very well,
No, Wan-Bissaka's an animal.
amazing. Did you finally watch a United game, Chris?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Look, I want
Let's
to.
pull up that
You know what's
that highlight.
Yeah, you know what's gonna be really hard this season? Deciding who's gonna be the best right back in the league: Kyle Walker, João Cancelo, Wan-Bissaka,
I already
or
have your answer.
or Trent.
It's going to be the same guy who was the best right back in the league last year.
Trent?
Trent was not the best right back in the league statistically. It was Aaron Wan-Bissaka at Crystal Palace.
I mean, he won the Champions League, though.
That's a team. It's a team game.
Yeah, but he
played very well in the
He played
Champions
very well.
League.
I'm not saying he didn't play good.
In the Champions League.
But I'm saying Wan-Bissaka was literally statistically the best right back in the Premier League last season. Statistically. If you look at the stats, like most tackles, I think he had the most tackles by a defender that's not a center back.
Look,
And he was still leading. Like if he was placed on the center backs list, he was like top 5.
I'll be honest. Like, I don't know who's better. Look, I know Trent is better offensively and Wan-Bissaka is better defensively. But who's better, like,
Overall,
like all around?
I don't know, man. It's a tough decision.
It's
I
really
think they're
hard.
Both young, great players. Obviously, Trent Alexander-Arnold is doing really well under Jurgen Klopp. So there's that. But yeah, so with that, guys, I do want to wrap up the podcast real quick. We've been going on for like an hour and a half. I think this is a really good episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I wish we could talk more about the Serie A like we originally planned to, but it's fine.
It happens.
There's a great podcast.
Serie A is going to be dope this season. Looking forward to the games. We are going to review them next week on the next week's podcast. So we'll talk a little more about the Serie A. Because the thing is, we already talked a lot about the transfers and stuff, the movements that happen. So, there's not really much to talk about.
Until we see them on the field.
Until we see them on the field and performing. Because a lot of the clubs didn't even play a lot of preseason games that were televised. So, we had the big clubs play them. But besides that, yeah. So, basically, make sure you guys follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We've been going ham on Instagram lately a lot. We're going to step up our game on Twitter. Make sure you guys follow us there so we can have discussions with you guys and talk to you guys about the sport and, stuff like that. We also want to thank Brian and Chris for being here again, of course. And we're going to continue to put this out. We're going to change the format like we did to this week. I like the way it went. It was general discourse. We're talking a lot about controversial topics and VAR and stuff like that. If you guys have any topics you want to put forward and want us to talk about, let us know in the comments or hit us up on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notification button. Helps us out a lot and helps us grow. Make sure you guys like the video. And yeah, like I said, anything you guys want to say?
Oh yeah, thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Of course, like Ronald said, we'll step up a game on Twitter. We just haven't because, I don't know, for being lazy and lack of interactions. But we've been getting a lot of more interaction on Instagram. So, like I said, we'll step up on Twitter nonetheless. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. And Chris?
Yeah, just kind of piggyback. Ditto. Thank you guys. Honestly, like it's really fun seeing our channel grow, and it's fun seeing like how on Instagram we're getting more comments and getting more likes, and we're every time you guys comment, we're always interacting and commenting back. Trying to give our own feedback, and we love seeing what you guys think about like certain plays or players moving somewhere or what's happening in the leagues. So yeah, and honestly, and soon we'll probably have our podcast also on other channels, because I know we're having
Music,
right now
SoundCloud.
Yeah, right now we only have it on YouTube, but we're trying to put it on Spotify.
We
and
should actually figure out how to
SoundCloud.
do that like now.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I think SoundCloud would be really easy. Spotify.
Yeah, SoundCloud and Spotify is something we're gonna get into it. So yeah, thank you guys, and catch us next week.
This is the Weekend League podcast signing off.